Everything worked fine and nothing ever happened.
No, nothing ever happened was yesterday's game, unfortunately.
No, nothing ever happened.
Well, there's certainly no VOD evidence of it. Don't look on Twitch's VODs. Just ignore those.
Hey, a piggy bank.
Hey, look, a piggy bank. Someone record this.
Yeah, grab that seed.
I'm gonna grab my Akali.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So I'm guessing one of us is grabbing Flamey and one of us is grabbing Asmodee.
Yeah, I'll grab Flamey since my Bless will be scaling his damage, whereas Asmodee is perfectly fine for you for the extra burn.
Sounds good.
I was gonna say, oh, never mind. I was gonna say Heiner could have 3-2-1 one of them, but otherwise you could also just take Champy or something if you have Champy.
I do have Champy now.
Well, there you go.
I did that. Not today. Today I didn't unlock anything. But
I'll take it easy for us.
Is Champy still better than like Orby?
Yes, because you don't care about future block, you care about now block.
That's true. Also, I suppose Champy is literally 5 block versus Orby, who is 4 block, 4 shield. So Champy's just better block.
But Champy is every other turn, unless you get him.
Oh, that's
better.
true. Unless you corrupt him.
So there's pros and cons.
Also, I did nab a royal coin, so I wish I have discounts in stores.
Lovely. I'm not going to go too crazy until Act 2, when I'm going to go completely crazy. Joe, do me proud in the run back. The yesterday's stream will not be on the VOD channel, A, because it was a complete mess, and B, because it would have taken me hours upon hours to make a complete mess watchable, which was not something that I had any desire to do.
Okay, so real quick, since I have not done full Fire Heiner in a while, I assume I'm taking. You said I'm taking Iron Furnace at level 2.
Yep.
So what sorts of things should I have here? Things like
bluffs are great attacks for you. Shield bashes are great attacks because you double dip on the armor, because it's an attack plus armor.
Yep.
And then you get more armor. Mental HP first. My mental HP, like if I had a mental HP bar and it was Zelda, I would be blaring blinking sounds all the time.
So basically, I'm just looking for attacks, low-cost attacks, and things like that.
You also want lots of fortify, so all of the good fortify stuff, like Entrench is obviously like the best one, but things that give you fortify, stacking up fortify, stacks up your fire damage and stuff.
Oh, that's right.
We want to get rid of these. Honestly, we'll just go boom, 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 and I'll hold my banish for now. Does Joe know about the corruption change? Yes, we've informed him. Okay, and since I'm going to be saving as much money as possible for later, I'm not even gonna do anything here. I'm just gonna click ready. Yes, fortify stacks to 50 now, so you can really go nuts.
Is Coat of Arms worth it if I go yellow, or is that still not good enough? Because it's Dispel Vulnerable, gain a bunch of armor, and then gain 3 fortify.
It's not bad. I will say the very expensive things are you just want to be cautious about because you're not going to be taking defensive mastery. So
that's true.
They're not going to be getting cheaper. But
and that 5 cost Entrench is already going to be pushing me.
Yeah. But on the other hand, you get something like obviously not in Act 1, but in Act 2 you get what's it called? The one where it pulls out defensive cards for you to play. You can do something like that.
Last Stand.
Yeah, Last Stand.
Last stand is huge.
So you can do stuff like that.
Okay.
But yeah, just fortify things and like cheap attack things, and then the shield bashes. If you find any bluffs and shield bashes, just throw them in. Especially bluffs, because bluffs are nice and cheap and easy, and they draw.
Yes. Loving the butts.
I just realized that I have a serious problem with the art on the bluff card, and I'm trying to decide if I should ruin everybody's lives by pointing it out.
Hold on. Let me look at it first.
Oh, wait.
Hold on. Let me... I'm looking at it nice and close.
Yeah, that's... Oh, that poor man.
Yeah. His, it's just not... It's not right.
His arms are backwards.
Yeah, his,
yeah.
His thumbs are on the wrong side of his hands.
Look, he could be kind of doing like one of them like backwards fist poses. You could do it. It's weird.
Those are some. If those are backwards fists, then those are backpecks too.
Also, that's a nose and a mouth. That's his face, unless he has a face on the back of his head.
But he has.
No. I'm not saying that it's shot from the back. I'm just saying he has his arms in a backward position. Like you could see it on my camera, kind of like something like that.
Yeah, but then the hands would be pointing the other way.
Well, look, don't think about it too much. Look, I'm just trying to help.
No, that's the problem. Now that I've spotted it, I can't unsee it.
No. See, here's the thing, Scott. The card is called Bluff. That is the man's back.
It's just like
blown.
He
painted his back and the back of his head to look like it's his front, when in actuality,
Brilliant.
Yeah.
This headcanon may have just saved my life.
I'm not going nuts with my deck yet because I'm going to need a few things before I can do what I really want to do.
Okay.
I know Nezglect well, so I was very quickly done with my opening thing. It never changes.
Fluffles, that's a deep cuts reference. He said like the succubi from Legend of Dragoon.
His joints are hinges.
With those elbow joints just flapping all over the place.
That was a good time. I started replaying FF7 Remake for like the short periods of time that I have free time. It's not very often. But I am reminded that game is pretty good.
Yep.
I'll take it. Okay, let me...
It's got a svelte up now.
Yeah, got svelte up.
Another thing to note, because it messed with me a little bit last time, is boons and injuries don't count towards
don't count towards your 15.
Your 15 anymore, so
yeah,
be wary.
They made you better, Steelskin. Still not better enough.
Well, it's because you don't have skin, so you don't appreciate it as much. I like that bluff explanation. He's wearing one of those muscle shirts, but backwards.
Yeah.
Reginald looks like a tank with that skin picture. He does look pretty thick.
My deck still feels too expensive, but...
I mean, I've played Reggie as a tank. It's legit.
I've played most characters as a tank, weirdly enough. I I really like the idea of going to the Goblin Settlement because it's there and we very rarely do that.
Goblin Settlement's
Yeah.
pretty good. That means
It's a
we're
little sad that we don't have the morning at the lake, but it is what it is.
Yeah, there's not really much else here.
The-
So we can
no.
go Caravan.
We could go caravan. We could go. We could go Baker's Son and put a slug in a farmer's eye.
We could, if you're into that kind of thing.
It's an option.
I could be misremembering this, but I think if we go to a fun game, I believe that brings you all the way down to like the river bridge near Cornelius,
I think so.
and then we could still, it gives you like bonus stuff, and then we could still go down to like the forest border, and then the river path, and then the forest glade, and then the goblin settlement.
I'm willing to try it.
Me too.
Which is the least tanky character? Probably a mage that's not Evelyn.
Wilbur, maybe?
Yeah, it's either Wilbur or Cornelius. Maybe Cornelius because he actively hurts himself a lot.
That's a lightning spear in the caravan shop.
Which is a little sad. There is a burning orb, which is actually quite relevant.
But I already have it. But someone else might use it.
Wait, who's already got it?
Evelyn.
Evelyn. Heiner.
I
you
mean,
take it.
I mean, or Evelyn could just corrupt it immediately.
Yeah, that's it.
Right.
Remember that thing? Remember that thing that we said?
Does anyone else want it? Or shall I
Go
for
for
it?
it.
Go nuts.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the corrupt version is +4 damage, +3 charges. That is.
Oh, that's so good for town one.
So yeah, as I
That
was gonna
is
say, we
sumptuous.
haven't gone to a single encounter yet, and we have a corrupt item. Things are going well.
Because this early, the burning doesn't do much for me. I'm not going to be able to burn until I get a couple of levels.
I might grab that tourist map just to have it get a little bit faster. Yeah, it's fine. Nothing special. All right, so we'll go towards the fun game, and then we'll take a flume ride to victory.
Yeah.
Flume.
Flume, flume, flume. Yeah, flume, flume, flume.
Flume, flume.
Flume, flume, flume.
Hey Mazda, if you want to sponsor us.
Yeah.
Was that Mazda? Uh-oh.
That's not a good sign.
I'm pretty sure.
I think it was.
Fluffles, I can't tell if you're being legitimate or if that's a pun.
Maybe
Or like
both.
a play on words.
It's almost certainly both.
Brie is not my favorite cheese, but it is cheese.
No pig meets dark black or big black hole, big dark hole. Correct. For once, we're not going to go into the hatch. Although I've always argued that Heiner breaking a leg there didn't make sense because he didn't have bones. Now he does, and the baby was real sad about it.
Babies are real sad about it. Baby's over there making a mess.
And so the baby's over there doing baby things. Got it.
Yeah.
Do I do damage to the big thing or do I kill the pig?
Do damage to the big thing.
Ultra Child is good. She's just being grumpy because she wants something and I don't know what yet.
How's it going, Matthias? No, what do you mean his job is an arsonist? Send hi to Alea too. Hi, Alea.
Well, it says hi.
Alright. This is Scott. I'm gonna need you to not kill yourself.
But it's
Also-
fun.
the team that I was playing earlier today
Nailed it.
was very fast. So being super slow, Heiner And I know I can go slower. I've seen it.
Yeah. People on YouTube will see how slow Heiner can get at the end of this week.
Aha!
How's it going, the brown bear?
Ooh.
Oh, right,
Oh,
exactly.
a
what we need
corrupt
for this
barrier. I'm excited to not take it, even though it is quite good.
I'll try it.
fight. It's tempting to take the Frost Nova, but not.
That's the opposite of fire.
Well, because I'll be
we
doing
have-
crossfire things later.
Yeah, we have cold fire.
Ooh.
Yes, Matthias, I've changed software and hopefully, amongst other things, so hopefully it's going to be a lot more stable. Fingers crossed if we can get through today's stream. I will be quite happy.
70% chance.
I have been set ablaze. The fact that I am made out of hay makes that distressing. How's it going, Galaxy Razor? Here's to hoping for corrupt candle. Well, we're not gonna get the candle this time around because we're using a different seed because we didn't look up the old seed, and this didn't have the same event. So no candle this time.
You know, take candle.
You know, take candle, exactly.
Let's see. You.
It wasn't until my second.
You. And you.
I just realized I had one sandwich. Funds wasn't.
Oh, so close.
It's okay. It's just weird.
I don't think you can. Oh, okay, you've done it. I was just gonna say I don't think you can do it, and then.
They're already dead.
Oh, I mean, you can make some hit points go up.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Reggie's good at that.
Occasionally.
Oh, sweet. Look at all the work I did.
Look, you stood there and looked intimidating.
Yeah.
I mean, that is a fireball.
Did we send feedback for the devs about the run? Yes, Scott did.
Oh, no.
Scott was yelling at him.
Beep.
Scott said, if you don't fix this, I will
Bep.
beat you up. Scott's very
That's
violent.
totally what I did.
Justice for Beep.
Hooray!
Aha!
A corrupt acolyte tunic.
I mean, eh?
It is pretty
I know I need all the money, but this is funny.
I considered it.
I want to know if you can corrupt the brain.
No. I immediately knew where your brain was going, and no.
How quickly you were.
Yeah, I knew. You can't get a corrupted burned item. You can't get a corrupted broken weapon. You can't even get like a corrupted piggy bank or surprise box. Like there are actually a few items, like low level items that just can't be corrupted.
Mateus, it's because those are links in the chat.
Yep. You could do exclamation point links, and that works too.
Lurking like a gherkin.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, I've also added that.
Well, excuse me, princess.
I still gotta.
That excuse wasn't nearly long enough.
I still gotta figure out the shout out command. Not that we do raids a ton, but I wanna be prepared for the future.
The only raids we do is Raid Shadow Legends now.
No!
Not yet.
Oh, that reminds me though. I still haven't seen Joe Cat's new video.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, literally right before
So
this
good.
stream, that's the last thing I did was I went and watched that Joe Cat video about it.
He just wants
It was
a
pretty
date.
funny.
I have been following the drama on Twitter, so I'm looking forward to seeing this video. And I didn't. I got off of work and I passed out.
It is a classic joke.
I probably
And-
won't have another
And
turn.
as we're saying that, he goes live on Twitch. But
Sad face.
weird.
Also, Time to Grind has a real spooky symbol for their Twitch right now.
Yeah. It's
Too spooky.
spooky.
Alright. Let's see.
Let's say I've been hard at work too. I've been everyone seems to really enjoy the video intro now that it's back, so I'm like, well, maybe I'll make another one that I can put on the front of every video that doesn't say co-op, so that people don't freak out when we're playing a single player game as two people.
It's going to take me quite some time, but I'm trying to come up with an idea for like an intro video. Yeah, all the big boy gamers have their the big boy streamers have their little their
going live thing.
Nah, like the French. Why not? It's pretty sad, but
It's fine. They're all just gonna fall over.
it's true. But
The coach just gonna have Heiner there saying "Justice for Bep."
Call it the virtual couch co-op. No, because people would be like, that game's not co-op, it's a one-player game. What you're saying is disingenuous. Which were actual comments that I would get, and they drove me insane. No. How's it going, Lyra?
Lyra, not liar.
Yeah. Merchant badge.
That is a merchant badge.
We already have a royal coin. Could grab a merchant badge. I might grab the merchant badge because I know I'm going to be going hard in Act 2. I know I
Just
bought
throw
a
the
start
curse.
match, but
I was gonna say I'll be getting rid of this core eventually, but until I do, it's good to have. I should probably get rid of this burned item.
ultra co-commentary. I think I have a solution that works out. Also, this is weird. I feel like I've seen this before. No, we've never played this game before. It's actually brand new.
Whee!
Oh, the item thing doing corrupt stuff being too powerful? It absolutely is, but that's why I want to enjoy it before it's inevitably nerfed.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the one hand, I'm like, I hope that they knew what they were getting into when they implemented this, so they're not planning on just, like, moving it and reneging on the whole idea. But on the other hand, it is so strong, I have the feeling they're going to do something.
It's so strong.
But to be fair, it's only really strong in low madness anyway, because at high madness, it's hard to be able to afford things in the first place, let alone find two of the same high-level item and be able to buy it.
That is true.
That's true.
So, in that respect, maybe they won't nerf it. Maybe we'll get lucky.
Yeah, because I feel like in that regard, it's sort of self-balancing. Like, it's only powerful on low difficulties, and then on high difficulties, you'll rarely ever even get to put it into action, so I feel like that should be fine.
One of those weird things where it's like, you gotta figure out how you want to balance your game. Like Overwatch, for example. Overwatch balances strictly for competitive. No one gives a damn on that team about how things play for the casual scene.
Matthews just got blasted by Cashew.
Oh, man.
Matthews, you need to go be a gherkin. Well, you got blasted before you can gherk. I didn't even realize my head wound had healed. Just a monthly head wound.
But yeah, I hope that they leave it in, because it's so fun for these low madness builds to just be like, what if we were gods with corrupt items everywhere?
Yeah.
Going into Act 4 and being like, my entire kit is nothing but corrupt items, and it's wonderful.
Well, that's what I had going yesterday, and that's what I want to repeat today. But, unfortunately, the Bank of Furos is closed, so we'll see what we can do.
I
Make it
got a
fun, it's
decent
always
number
open.
myself, so we'll see.
It's okay. What was the joke that was going yesterday? Like, Daddy's here, but Mommy is.
Yes.
Oh, what?
Furious is Daddy Warbucks and Scott is Mommy Warbucks.
Yeah.
And I was Child Warbucks, which made Viper Little Orphan Annie, but I guess now Joe's Little Orphan Annie.
And
Alright.
James is here.
I'll be,
Yes, he
I'll be
is.
Rooster.
Oh God, why?
Well, if we're doing one-to-one conversions, then James would be Daddy Warbucks, but I don't think he's got Daddy Warbucks money.
I potentially
Viper's
could-
probably sleeping.
I potentially could in this tonight. I have some very large chests and a decent number of boxes in the reserve.
I have about 410 supply crates,
Okay, I don't have
and
that many.
I currently have over 20,000 gold, and I have an uncollected reward chest with another 20,000 gold in it.
All right, shut up.
I have about 10,000 gold and roughly 100 supplies.
I apparently have less than everybody else, and I was feeling confident.
I got 40 chests and like I want to say about an extra maybe just shy of 20,000 in some the big chests.
Okay, I do have more than James.
And
Look, it's not a competition. My
laser
money
shield
is
bash.
here to share.
Can't laser and shield bash.
Oh yeah,
The size.
I could laser or shield bash. That doesn't matter. He's gonna burn to death.
it's true.
Yeah,
More
I mean,
damage.
he's already dead.
How's it going with this?
We're doing fire without Cornelius for the simple fact that he doesn't have a Halloween skin.
This is not
Oh,
something I
do
typically
I
pick up, but a Mass Dispel in Act 1 is real nice.
Yeah.
Do
That's-
I want a third fanaticism?
But it's already upgraded too.
I'll take it. I won't promise that I'll keep it, but I'll take it for now.
Old man doesn't have a fancy outfit. He is not invited to the party. Correct.
That is correct.
Oh, we leveled up.
We sure did.
Oh man, a fire wand.
Now we're talking.
Now we're cooking with portals. What?
No, I'm cooking because I'm on fire.
No, it's now you're shaking and grilling.
Now you're shaking and
First you
baking.
shake, then you bake.
Rock and roll.
Rock and roll.
Now we'll go quickly have a word with this old man.
The one that's not in the party.
What?
I didn't realize there was an Evelyn option here.
Well, let's find out.
Oh, you get
Oh,
shards.
okay, sure.
Oh. That's spooky enough for the spooky club.
Let's go exotic
you said.
equipment shop. Nesclug kicked the old man out of the party. Look, if the old man knew how to have a spooky costume, then he'd be here. No,
That's true. Cornelius
you're
will be
10
heading to
armor.
bed before the run ends.
That is very true.
Look, Cornelius should have dressed up as a lion, and then with him, Nesglect, and Heiner together.
Yes.
I think it's. I was gonna say I think it's worth it to proliferate first.
Yeah, I went back and forth on it. Honestly, yeah, the proliferation is just bad with this hand.
Fluffles through very creative use of game mechanics.
Yes.
Which I feel like I was doing incorrectly. So I guess I gotta.
You were probably doing it correctly. It's just that I did it to the level of super mega exploits.
I don't know, because I thought that I understood the exploit, and when I tried to exploit it, the numbers went down, and I was like, I feel like I did something wrong.
Scott also got a double pig seed to work with.
Double pig seed works really well.
Pig seeds grow bacon plants.
What's more spooky than being old? Probably lots of things. Being old's not that spooky. Wait, when did I get a sub? Thanks to whoever gifted it to me. There was probably some kind of mass breakout of violence that occurred. Let's see. I have 7 energy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't need the fanaticism.
Yeah, that turtly enough for the Turtle Club is from a Master of Disguise.
The only thing that
sure
movie
was.
Was that Michael Myers?
Dana
No.
Carvey.
Dana Carvey. Was what, early 2000s, I think?
Somewhere around those lines.
Get bluff.
Oh. Reactive laser.
Yes. I murdered a man.
And then the other one's just gonna die, and then if he attacks you, you can laser him.
That's true.
He didn't attack you.
No, he didn't. But I also kept my armor. Haha.
It's like he knew better. Kill him.
Bad numbers.
And also, Fluffles, maybe I'll post something about it on the Discord afterwards about like generating reward chests,
Yes.
just in
Yeah,
case
basically.
anyone else is curious about that.
There's basically a specific path that you take in Act 1, get to a specific fight, and then
Ah.
dive off a cliff.
All right. Who doesn't have confidence? Because there's a scroll of resurrection corrupted right here.
Can you corrupt the merchant badge?
Yes.
So I can. I suppose I shall.
What does the corrupted version even do?
5
Oh.
HP, and then the combined effects of merchant badge is just 20%.
No,
yeah,
I
it
have
becomes a slightly better coin.
I happen to have picked up boosted swiftness. I'm thinking about converting it. Just
I
to
love
do
the
it.
random plus 5 HP.
I might
like-
actually grab the boots of swiftness because they're not worth upgrading because we're gonna find better stuff. But for right now, it's pretty good.
Go for it.
And I'm currently on fire, so I'll just put myself.
No,
out.
but that's thematically appropriate. I should take the hourglass.
Don't let your dreams be dreams.
I wonder what the corrupt hourglass looks like.
It just makes the resistance penalty lower. It's not gone. It's just like -5% instead of 15%.
I like how even the corrupt version is like, no, there's a downside here.
To be fair, there should be a downside. You're starting the fight with 3 stacks of taunt.
Yeah, but stuff gives you stacks of stuff all the other times, and taunt isn't like game breaking.
It's considered a high tier aura because it's a buff that's difficult to apply, and it's only given from like epic or better cards. So,
And
yeah.
also, that item can technically go on anyone. So Reginald could be like, I'm the tank now, if he wanted.
Yeah, and that'd be awesome.
That would be awesome. But just the point being, it's technically it is a warrior class item that can be used on anyone. So
Let's see. I'm gonna keep digging. There we go.
best Kevin Bacon movie, Tremors. That's a hard call. Tremors is good, but Kevin Bacon's been in a lot of good ones.
I was very confused. I was like, she didn't get chilled. Oh. She's immune to chill.
She has no chill.
She has no chill.
She has no chill, and I must scream.
It's, I don't know how I feel about that one, Joe. Appreciate the reference, but
Also, I'm just trying to think. Kevin Bacon is one of those actors where it's like, 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. Everyone knows who Kevin Bacon is. I have a hard time, thinking of what movies he is in.
he's been in a lot of things.
Like, he's not as identifiable as other people in my brain, I guess.
Weird. Obviously, Tremors is the first one that people... One of the first ones that people think of. Goodness, I can't speak all of a sudden.
Warpaint
How do you get
beam.
The Golden Cloak is a very tricky one. There's like a specific event in Act 1 that I think it was like a sheep competition or something.
Yes.
And you have to do that to get a golden fleece, and then you take the golden fleece to the Act 4 blacksmith at the top of the level, and then he can turn it into the golden cloak.
But Kevin Bacon, like I said, it's you either know him from Tremors, from Footloose, from Mystic River, Hollow Man, if you're into that sort of thing. And beyond that, I actually have to look him up as well. But I also haven't seen movies, so...
Like, you named a lot of movies, and I'm just like, I've heard of those movies. I haven't really watched them, so I'll take your word for it.
He was in The Woodsman. He actually has been in a lot of movies lately, and I didn't know that.
Got him.
Unfamiliar with some of these movies. One Way, They, Them, Space Oddity.
That is a corrupt searing touch.
That is a corrupt searing touch.
As a vulnerable, that's kind of neat.
Vulnerable and a lot of burn.
Yeah, I might take...
Searing touch isn't super great, but that one I can see being tempting.
I'm gonna take it for now. I can
always get rid of it later when you have access to better things.
Yeah. We do not have a good chance to steal that, so might as well fight for it.
Could.
We have fire.
He will be in the Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special.
Nice. Oh, he was in that stupid R.I.P.D. movie. The Afterlife law enforcement movie.
Sure.
God, that movie was...
That totally
so
sounds
bad.
the thing you're not making up.
It sounds like a
I
drug-fueled...
vaguely remember it, and I was just like, huh. Alright.
It's got a 5.6 out of 10 on IMDb. Which, honestly, is higher than I was expecting. He was in First Class? Yeah, he was Sebastian Shaw. Okay.
Scott, you're going next. Figure out what you want to do.
I don't need that.
Because of how likely it is in the future that I will set myself on fire, I would like for you to keep those in your deck.
I
In the
might,
future.
maybe.
In the
We'll
future.
Please. I will burn.
Yes, rest in peace, Department. That is 100% what that movie was. Look, Fluffles, I cannot get people to agree with me on this. Sharknado is the best zombie film that I've ever seen.
I don't like zombie films, and I still disagree.
There are precisely no zombies in Sharknado. But if you go into that movie thinking of it like a zombie film, it follows every trope of zombie films to the point where there's a scene where Ash walks out of a building with a chainsaw and a boomstick.
Well, yeah.
It's a zombie film.
So here's a fun one. What movie did you really enjoy as a kid that is like an embarrassing to like movie?
Super Mario Brothers.
Well, I knew what your answer was because it hasn't changed.
He said as a kid. He didn't say today.
Well, it was. They're both true.
The problem is that there are, as far as I'm aware, there are no movies that I liked as a kid that I don't still like, even if they're bad.
Well, the movie that I'm going to say, I actually haven't seen it in like 20 years, but I know as a kid it was like my favorite movie. But just looking at the movie from like an outsider's perspective now, I'm just like, man, all right.
Masters of the Universe.
In the Army Now, a Pauly Shore film.
Oh, okay. I feel like anything with Pauly Shore in it is a good answer.
I was looking at that Dryad Mass too.
Corrupt Fire Wand. Wow, that's...
yeah, I was going to say, hold... You know, considering it's a non-rarity item, it's not bad.
It's not bad, but... I also just thought of another one, and it immediately left my brain. Like, the movie was bad enough that I thought of it, and then my brain like tried to fight me and be like, "No, don't mention that one." And now I'm trying to remember what the hell it was.
Also,
that was weird.
Christy. Exotic equipment shop. For some reason, I presume that you wouldn't want condemnation.
Zinthus, Wild Wild West. That was correct.
That was a very strange movie.
Oh, I loved that movie. It was so bad, and I still love it. I don't care.
That giant robot spider was supposed to be in Superman.
It was. Hey, R.I.P.D. I think it's a good one to add to that.
Man, that summoner was getting the business.
So much business.
Do we count like the Street Fighter movie?
Absolutely. Why wouldn't you?
Or literally any of the 90s Batman movies? Batman and Robin, of course, being just like the pinnacle of, oh dear lord, what was happening in this movie?
La Valentula.
Oh.
You know another one that I really liked, and I might still like it, but I haven't seen it in years, and I recently found out you can watch it for free on YouTube. Kung Pao Enter the Fist.
Ah, Kung Pao Enter the Fist.
Wee 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 wee.
That's a good one.
Kung Pao's a classic. I remember the first time I watched it, I'd never laughed so hard at a movie. Like, it caused me physical pain.
Oh man, what about The Adventures of Pluto Nash?
An old one, but a good one, The Mask. I think I would still enjoy The Mask these days. Gone in 60 Seconds, I think I'd enjoy these days.
Yeah.
Fast and the Furious... I was never a big Fast and the Furious guy.
What about Arnold's Conan the Destroyer?
I was never big into the Conan movies. Like, they were okay. Rush Hour was good. Rush Hour is like a bittersweet series for me because I thought that the series was good, but that's like right at the end of what I feel is like peak Jackie Chan. Anything like around then to after then is post like good Jackie Chan.
More paint up. Yes.
Hunger Games. Hunger Games was pretty good. I've only seen it once. Like when it came out in theaters. And I don't think I've ever seen the last Hunger Games. I only saw like the first two. Oh,
They
that
split
worked
the
out.
last one into 2 movies because that's just what
Yeah.
you do with popular series nowadays.
You sure do. So I never saw the end of it, but I mean, I read the books, so I'm familiar with like the material.
The books were better anyway, which I mean usually goes without saying
Yeah.
in most
Yeah.
cases. But
That's what I was told for the final movie. Is just like it was like I was like okay.
yeah, the movie really didn't do the last book justice.
So then again, I'd come back to. I haven't seen Masters of the Universe in ages.
That's an Act 1 Shackles of War, and there's a royal coin. Joe, you could have a
Yeah.
royal
I
coin.
could. Yeah, I might.
That's
do
true.
that. Is that okay with you guys?
Yeah, go for it.
I already got a
Corrupt
corrupt
it.
merchant badge. Man,
Or
we're going to have
35%.
such a discount.
I mean, I suppose technically speaking, a corrupt royal coin is not as good as 2 people having a royal coin.
But only by 5%.
Yeah,
And
It
only
takes
one
a
person
lot.
has to have it.
yeah, and Evelyn's got 10 HP more now.
And I'm a good character to have 10 more HP.
It's just so sad seeing the early Shackles of War now that we're not doing Fort Damage Run, because
yeah,
that would be so good.
Anyone else grow up on VHS Disney?
absolutely.
I was gonna say I don't know if James is familiar with any of the Disney stuff. He's
I don't think he's ever even heard of Disney.
Oi,
impossible.
Oh, now they're talking Aragon.
See,
once again, the book was
The movie
so
was
much
awful.
better.
the books of Aragon are amazing. The movie, the funny thing is I saw the Aragon movie long before I read the books, so I naively thought that the movie was okay. I was like, it's not amazing, but it's not like the pile of crap everyone seems to think it is. And then I read the books and I was like, no, that movie's awful.
The problem is that there are a lot of movies that the movie is not bad, but when you know the source material, it suddenly becomes So Aragon is a good example. Percy Jackson was a fantastic example. The Percy Jackson movie was a good movie if you haven't read the books.
The problem with a lot of movies is if you're very familiar with the source material, it's very hard for the movie to do it for you. The Harry Potter movies, by and large, are pretty good. I can get nitpicky because I'm like, they changed so much, but obviously they have to fit it into a movie. The Warcraft movie, I had so many problems with because I was just like the worst kind of nerd fan where I'm just like, actually.
I remember you in the theaters being like, "There's no Hearthstone in that forest." And I'm like, "Shut up, nerd!" What?
Blank Bang, thank you for the 5 gift subs. Shotgun. And
It was
no,
funny.
it was a summoning stone in Elwyn Forest, which doesn't exist.
There's an Elwood Forest.
There is no instance in Elwyn Forest, so there's no summoning stone. It was nonsense.
You were also mad, like, "Why is the city floating already?"
Yes, Dalaran was not in the sky at that point. Like,
Oh,
I'm such a nerd, but I was like, I hate it.
It's fine.
It's just the hill you gotta die on.
Another good example of this whole thing was Golden Compass. I thought Golden Compass was actually a pretty okay movie, but if you've read the books, they made some fairly big changes to the point where by the end of the movie, if you've read the book, you're just like, you guys literally can't make a sequel now. Like, you took out the whole "the church is bad" thing from this movie, and it's the whole second and third book is all about like it's a parody of the creation myth. You can't.
How's it going, Toby? Also, I saw Joe get another
There was a
combustion.
second combustion. I was
just
getting
like,
it.
Nice.
As soon as I saw it, I was like, "Oh, that's good."
And good. Oh, look at that Shield of Thorns. I had a corrupt Shield of Thorns the other day.
Look, if you're going for a Thorn build, Corrupt Shield of Thorns was the way to go. But now that you can easily get other things corrupted,
Yeah.
the Thorn Shoulders are so stupidly good. I was looking at them earlier.
Yeah.
They give you more thorns, and then they also give you thorns every turn. Like, it's insane.
I mean, I'm going to throw this away eventually, but just Forest Crown to help us out for a little bit?
Yeah, I would have taken it if it weren't for the fact that I'm like, I'm hard re-rolling for just a car ring in this town right now, so it's not something I would have thrown away eventually. It's something I would have thrown away immediately.
Go right for the red portal to get more fiery doodads.
We'll also say, just in general, if there is a book series that you really, really enjoy, anyone that's doing it as a movie is going to be bad. Any that do it as a series is much, much better.
All
Series
right,
of Unfortunate Events being a perfect example.
time for the hard rerolls to begin.
Uh-huh. Here
Are
we
re-rolling-
go!
Are we-rolling already while we're still in so much blue?
Yeah, because we gotta get the items we're looking for in Town 2 so that we can find them again in Town
Oh.
3 and make them corrupt.
I suppose that's true.
I see a glitch.
Also, I already found a Scryer staff.
How dare you? I'm gonna take this cloak of speed. I think.
And I just found a Frostfire ring. God dang it.
I see a terror ring,
oh,
which
I got
is
the
nice,
Frostfire
but it's
ring.
not the one I'm looking for. Oh, I found a madness ring.
Alright, nobody else wants a Frostfire ring, right?
I don't believe so. I think you're good. I'm looking at a Raven staff, but I need the Scryer staff, so I gotta keep going. I'm also
Once you hit town 4, you're looking for legendaries.
yeah, I'm also looking for a clairvoyant scroll, but once I find that, that means that the merchant badge goes away. So
What am I even looking for? I have no idea.
you know, things and stuff.
Hmm.
The thing with Heiner is you're pretty flexible. Anything that gives you plus block is probably good. I keep finding the royal coin, but I already have a royal coin plus 5 max HP.
I'm not finding any of the things I need.
Yeah, I found the Dark Flame ring. Sorry, guys.
I'm just looking for the Scryer staff. I also want the clairvoyant scroll, but the Scryer staff is the actual, like, important one.
I've already re-rolled like 30 times and I have not found my ring or my weapon. I have found another Scryer staff.
Oh, I just found a clairvoyant scroll, so, let me buy my cards that I need first, and then I'll come back for this clairvoyant scroll, and then I gotta keep hard rolling for other things.
There's a Frost Guard, which technically combos with my Frostfire ring.
Oh, I also forgot to change my builds to give myself more insane because we're running so far behind this when we started. Poopy. So I'm actually slightly underpowered here.
But Nesglect is always underpowered anyway, right?
It's true. It's very true.
Oh my god, game, please. Oh, there's my holy hammer. Okay, all I had to do was ask nicely. But I'm still looking for the ring.
So in that case, I'm probably not going to look for spectral missiles because it's just horribly inefficient.
Why did I make those blue?
I don't know, James. Why do you make those
James,
blue?
James, you're stupid.
Game.
Thankfully, it's easy to fix, but
Alright. Scryer Staff. You're the last
That's
thing on my agenda.
Third Scryer Staff.
Could you just, like, hand it over? Like,
Scryer Staff.
we're at the same store, ain't we? Can't you just point it out? Are they hiding it in the back? Where are you looking?
I miss that bug so much where you could just, like, select another character and then buy a thing and it would go to their inventory. Like, that was so much better.
You called it a bug. It should have been a feature.
It should have been.
It should. It's like if you're playing solo, you can buy a thing for any character.
There's the Scryer Staff. Okay. I'm in business. I got all of my Act 2 stuff.
I found a kite shield and a stone amulet. I think that could actually be pretty good. But what do I want for the accessory slot?
How badly did I mess up here? How much extra can I have had? Yeah.
Just a car ring. I know you exist.
Ugh.
Please.
You know, I'm getting rid of this spell. I don't need it. I don't need it.
Ah, that's the third pious ring I found.
Found an all-seeing amulet.
That's what I used last time, and I'm not using that one today.
Found a lapis necklace. If you like going fast.
Okay, so this is what I'll roll with
Oh,
today.
there it is. Finally. Oh my god.
I passed a surprise gift box. I sure did. Alright, well, I'm ready. I'm a little disappointed that I forgot to fix my character, but it's fine.
I just spent like 5,000 gold on rerolls. Actually, I think it was more than 5,000.
I'm not sure what I'm looking for a weapon or an accessory slot here.
I'm not sure if the healing perks affect Nez either, but I grabbed them because we were doing something a bit different last time. Like I said, I didn't have a chance to fix.
Fix. Oh, yeah. This is Act 2 town. I can buy epic cards.
I want to just burn all my gold looking for something that might not even be here. I don't know what I'm looking for. I'm doom strolling through the shop.
That's how it do be sometimes.
Maybe I'll just take a greater mana potion. Just leave myself.
Actually,
The Bonk Hammer would be great, but I'm not going to happen in this shop.
Mesmeric Mirage is tempting, but okay.
I'm trying to decide what to winnow, if anything. There's a part of me wants to get rid of the cold spark, but no. Especially now that I got the frostfire ring on.
Ooh. Okay. Now we're in the red zone. I assume there's specific gear that people are looking for.
Yeah, I already got all the gear that I was looking for.
So I just found a flaming sword, and I feel like a flaming sword is a real good idea.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Unless I'm supposed to be looking for something else later on.
No, flaming sword's pretty darn good. We'll get a volcanic axe from this boss, but unless it's corrupt, and I don't know how the flaming sword corrupts, but you can't find 2 volcanic axes.
I'll stop with just that for now then.
I might keep it as is, because there are a few cards in here I want to play with. I want to see what's good and what isn't.
As far as winnowing things away, I feel like my deck is too thick. So is it the guards or the coat of arms that should go?
Now that I have the madness ring, I'm almost thinking, since I didn't fix my insanity of actually trying to find the all-seeing amulet, but is that like shooting myself in the foot, trying to find something else now?
I don't know. Also, Lee, as the one who usually Heiners, any suggestions for cutting this down?
Maybe don't run 2 coats of arms. It's pretty expensive. I'd probably get rid of a coat of arms and a guard.
Would actually take up space. The war paints
Yeah.
barely take up space. That should be okay.
Yeah, if you wanted to get rid of one other thing, then I'd get rid of a war paint just because it does cost 1. And then you would be...
True.
Yeah, and then you'd be in a pretty good spot.
Scott, what do you think about my deck?
Yeah.
Looks like a deck to me.
Hey, a royal coin.
Royal coin, yep.
Who's still working?
Honestly, as dumb as it is. No. Okay.
Okay, so Cornelius is bottom, the Fire Bazaar is bottom. So, do we want to just roll bottom?
Yeah, we can do
Yeah.
that.
I was gonna say, what's better between the Dying Merchant and the Banquet?
Don't. No.
All right, well, I guess we're doing this one.
Oh, you know what?
I mean, which is better between Crane and Fire Bazaar, right?
The answer is this bottom path is the best because Bunny will be happy at the next fight.
Oh, true.
All right, time to set people ablaze.
I like that the random encounters makes it so that not everything here is butts against fire.
Yeah.
I mean, all the fire that we apply lowers their fire resistance anyway, so it doesn't really matter regardless.
That's true.
Unless it's an actual fire immune enemy like the freaking lava elementals.
And then at which point, I do mind stuff that converts to fire, and you do ice
And
stuff
I do
that converts
holy
to fire, and
damage.
you do holy damage that converts to fire, and Heiner does
I do
blunt damage.
Blunt damage that converts to fire.
Yeah, so we good.
Considering how this works, I'm actually debating picking up a whirlwind at some point. Now that I've got the flaming sword.
Oh, absolutely. Whirlwind would be pretty cool.
It's just expansive.
That is the thing with the whirlwinds. But it's lots of fire.
It's lots of fire.
Oh, look, and you can take away our fire?
Yeah.
Healing rain.
Stupid taunt. Tell you what I think about your taunt.
Squeak.
I like how you had just enough for the 5th attack to hit somebody else. Just to prove
Yep.
a point.
Just ruin someone's day with that holy fire. Except for the demon. He don't care. Though the fiend.
Well, that fiend is already dead.
He just doesn't know it yet.
I was gonna say you should
I
have
should've-
first because you'll have even more cards in your
That's
hand.
true.
Do
I
it.
hadn't thought of that.
Oh, look at that.
Hollow. We'll just entrench and guard. Look at all these stacks of fortify. Crunk.
Oh, he's getting crunk.
Head blocked. How dare you?
Well, it's fine. You end the turn and then he dies.
From all that cold.
Don't have a lot of mana. I'll do what I can. Combusticate him. Aww.
No combustion.
Wraith, you are correct that technically speaking, blue last stand would be better overall, but in that case, I was able to play Entrench that I wouldn't have been able to play if that had been blue. So I just got lucky. So most of my cards are cheaper, but my defense cards, I only have for defense cards. I only have the 2 guards, an Entrench, and a coat of arms. So it's 2 of them cost 2, 1 of them costs 3, 1 of them costs 5. So, question?
Yeah.
I think that I like the yellow better in that case.
Plus, in the future, if you end up picking up something like a Citadel or something like that.
Yeah. I don't need the other coat of arms. I just got rid of you.
So Dark Future, the Corporate Dark Future is normally a one in the bag because of Nesquik, but not what we're doing.
I mean, unless you want to pick up a Scryer Staff.
Why would Heiner want to drink?
I think my favorite part of this is Reginald says, let's drink, and there's a 66% chance that it fails, versus Heiner's just like, no, we're drinking.
Well,
Because the problem with the Heiner choice is that he's a robot, so he can't get drunk, so no one actually plays against him.
Oh.
he's not a robot, he's a skeleton. It's different.
Either way,
Do we punch him?
kill him.
Look, it's a party. They're bound to have some punch.
Wow. No, I don't have punch in here.
We're the heroes, guys.
Look, they're just having a Halloween party. Oh, look, they have Veek.
Yeah, that's actually a ton of debuffs for them being drunk. 4 slow, 3 weak.
I can Pandemonium, but then I can't Chilling Glaze. I want to.
Glaze them like an Odyssey over the flames.
I don't want
Any baked ham? Oh, we're gonna be in November soon. I'm looking forward to some Thanksgiving foods.
I haven't checked. What day is Thanksgiving this year?
It's Thursday.
Thanks.
I mean, they're all already dying.
It's Thursday
okay.
the 20-something.
The 24th. I've dodged a bullet.
Oh, yeah?
Well, yeah. It's not on my birthday this year.
Well, you don't want turkey cake?
I hate it when Thanksgiving's on my birthday.
I'm sorry.
And it happens roughly once every 7 years or so. So I always gotta check.
Good old Black Friday where rampant consumerism. Also, what is happening, Scott? Calm down.
Because like he's not willing to let them wait until they're never going to die in their turns. No, he has to
All
speed
right.
up the clock.
No, get the beam
Well,
and
yeah.
take them all out.
Is that entrench?
That's entrench.
Ah, no beam.
Womp womp.
Tragedy. I will be able to kill this front
I
man,
was gonna
though.
say hit him with a double bonk.
Double bonk, and then everybody burns to death.
I like what's all this says cold damage too.
Well,
I was
it's-
just going to say.
it's cold fire. Spooky fire.
Spooky time. Ooh, that's a corrupt.
that's a-
It's a spooky
It's
slice.
interesting, but you don't self-immolate. That's
No,
the
you
issue.
really don't. So it's honestly useless. It looks cool, but
Look, just set yourself on fire a little bit. That's all.
also, oh wait, we're going to the bridge.
Yeah, the fire bazaar's got a bunch of good fire related
Oh,
equipment there.
I'm sorry, buddy.
Oh, did
I
Buddy
was-
want to go to the crane?
Well, the
Monty
Chris
was
got Monty.
in the next fight.
That's
Oh,
for
that
the
is,
wrong
that
cleric.
is a corrupt pandemonium for Reginald.
Or Reginald.
I would have happily have taken that, by the way, game. Just saying.
Yeah, that is very good.
Also, backlash.
But not
don't
for
die,
Reggie.
everyone.
So I'm sorry, buddy.
All right, maybe we'll get another Monty.
Oh, also, I'm going to set myself on fire.
He's gonna set himself on fire.
Yeah, why? Why are those burns coming up as cold?
Because
It's a perk.
I convert burn damage to cold damage, and then for burn stacks on the target, I lower both their fire and their ice resistance.
Well, yeah, but I just mean at the start of their turn, their burn stacks do cold damage.
It's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what it does.
Oh, yeah. Burn on enemies deals cold damage and reduces fire and cold resistance per charge. So
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's just a blanket thing.
And that's also why I was like, Evelyn could go frostfiring and do things like elemental bolts and curse of elements that just do both burn and chill, and then the chill will also be stacking more burn, and then that's all cold and burn fire resistance down, etc., etc.
Hit him with the old frost fire.
Hey.
Yeah.
Weird.
Who's gonna combusticate?
Let's see. Oh, I can combusticate quite strongly here.
Get him.
Got him.
You did it.
No, Bunny, actually, I guess that would still work really well with Cornelius, just because it's just essentially cold and burn are the same now
Yeah,
with that perk.
because it reduces their cold resistance and their fire resistance. So it doesn't make burn worse. It makes burn better and it makes cold better. And Cornelius does self burn. I think the wording is specifically enemies, but I could be wrong.
Laser.
Yes. Get the war paint first.
Yeah, burn on enemies deals cold damage and reduces fire and cold resistance.
Oh, I miscounted. That's fine. Whatever.
Aww.
That's so tragic. Also, I should have done the entrench of the guard first for more burn damage. I'm not used to this talent. It's fine.
It's fine. Are we winning, kids? Maybe, possibly.
I mean, we're all at full health going into whatever's next.
Into the next zone.
Like it was just Daddy Warbucks checking in.
Yeah. Hi, Daddy.
No.
Oh.
Oh my. Oh. Seems people believe.
It's like
I
roughly a
believe.
50-50.
Oh.
Oh, so close.
But we didn't critical fail, so it's no different than if we just looked at the wares. That's a corrupt flaming sword.
That does seem pretty good.
Yeah,
Hi.
too.
I'm tempted to grab that Ignis cloak because I will be setting myself on fire, and that means that I won't be setting myself on fire.
That seems good for you.
I can't corrupt it, which is sad, but it's still
It's only in
probably
this-
good enough.
Only in the shop.
I believe it's only in the shop.
Yeah.
What about the fire rune?
The Pyromancer robe and Ignis cloak and fire rune are all exclusive to this shop.
Does anyone else want a 1, 2, 3 for the flaming sword, or does anyone else care?
I can't take it because I need something else.
Yeah, you need something else. Evelyn's already got the corrupt burning orb, so I don't know if that's worth.
Honestly, Joe, if you're gonna do frost firing, you should probably look for Glacial Hammer.
That's
Oh, I
true.
did see one. Yeah, I saw one before. I didn't think about it.
All damage plus 3. Damage with hit, apply 5 burn, gain 1 powerful. Oh my god.
I didn't know how well programmed or broken this rendition of the game was. I tried doing like a quick double click on the Ignis Ghost, like maybe it'll think that I'm buying it twice. Didn't work.
I will point out that someone, I don't know if it's still a thing, but someone did mention I guess a bug, I'm assuming it's a bug, where if you do have a piece of gear that's already corrupted and you found another copy of it and you try to buy or acquire it, it will uncorrupt.
Nice.
Good to know. Not that I will try, but
So yeah, like Joe, if you found a royal coin and tried to acquire it, you would then have a regular royal coin.
I'm considering the Pyromancer robe. I got the Frost guard because that combos with my Frostfire ring.
I'm actually also
okay, they did fix that.
I'm also debating if I should pick up this fire rune.
Same.
I feel like it's going to eventually get outclassed.
It's not
Especially
that great,
since
mostly
it can't
because
get
every
corrupted.
2 turns.
Yeah, but it's also a little more fire damage, which
Well, I think for like there's definitely better stuff. So I'd say for now.
yeah, we'll add up.
Let's see. We want to go south because that's how we get to the cult temple. We could get the imp at Act 4, and can you corrupt pets by getting the second one?
Yes.
I think so.
So do you want to do that?
I would not mind trying that.
All right then.
Black, orange, something.
Well, you don't have to remember it. The game will tell you.
I know.
That
sounds like a
Backlash is nasty, and the bonuses are not great.
I'm not worried about backlash, but I was worried about the lack of me caring about any of those rewards.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the rewards were kind of mediocre.
We are so slow as a team.
I was much faster right up until I got this new armor.
I've got a speed. I had a speed of 9. That's pretty fast for Heiner.
Turns out I'm still the fastest.
If I boost up my speed and I start getting more ice stuff,
2, 4. Yeah, I can use everything here.
Okay, so yeah, so now I gotta buff my attacks. I gotta make my attacks attackier.
Don't worry, guys. I'll take care of his thorns for you. Ow. Whew.
that's a lot.
Fire comes quick.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Curse of Elements is really good with Frostfire Ring, turns out. Who needs it the most?
Remember when ATO only had 3x? Yeah, it's so much better now.
Back in my day, HU only had 3 acts and none of them was a blue portal.
Back in my day, Yilmer could kill you.
I mean, he still can.
Unlike Madness, some stupid
if you try hard enough.
Look, you're just saying that because you got a lot of stuff unlocked. If you're brand new, Yelmer can be scary.
That is true.
And lo, they are the dead.
But not dead enough.
Look at Scott trying very hard to not kill that spider.
Well,
That is not an accurate statement.
It's because Scott loves spiders. See, look, now there's
Yes.
more.
There are more. Let's get swole. Let's continue to get swole.
He's too swole to control.
Hey, laser. Blur.
Bep that spider. Bep him good.
He's
Got
been
him.
bepped.
Hello there.
How's it going, Mad184? Thank you for the follow.
Hello there.
Justice for the YouTube intro. Look, it's coming back. I've been working on it. Ooh.
Siege breaker.
Do I want another mind
Ooh.
vision? I think I
No,
do.
we need to-
'cause
we-
I can make
we
a
need to
yellow
get you
mind
a-
vision.
We need to get you a corrupt mind vision.
Yeah, I should be able to combine cards to make them
Yes.
corrupt.
That would be really, really cool. Oh, level up. When did that happen?
Also, how's it going, Aitor?
Yes, Iron Furnace.
Resor-
Life is good.
Resourceful is good. I promised an old man that I'd bring him back the staff you carry. Shut up! It's mine now. You can't have it.
I like how picking Evelyn literally changes nothing about that quest. Other than giving you a little bit of dialogue, I guess.
Yeah, a little bit of lore that
It
is
gives
related somehow.
you some flavor to savor.
Savor the flavor.
Oh, look! If you hit me, you're only gonna set
Oh,
yourself
yeah.
on fire.
If I remember correctly, this is the fight where we actually do have to be... We have to make sure to either be absolutely certain he's going to die or avoid him, because he has that one... he has a burn dump where he transfers all of his burn to a target and then also does like massive damage in the process. So if we stack like 200 burn on him, he can one-shot one of us.
I mean,
That's fine.
not me.
Unless we kill him in the process. Which, I mean...
He-
Also,
alright.
Lee is immune to burn.
Yeah, he can transfer as much burn as he wants to me. I don't care.
Yeah, so if he targets you, you're fine, but anyone else...
So what you're saying is I can do whatever I want because this fight is free to me.
Oh. So what you should have told me that sooner, Scott. Then I could have picked up do it yourself.
Excellent.
I mean, also, you've already tossed 37 burn on him.
Been watching
it's
this
gonna
stream
get
since the first
crazier.
8 minutes incident. Yeah, the first 8 minutes probably won't be in the VOD because there was
What?
some technical growth that had to happen since I'm on new software. But thankfully, it didn't take me too long to get it figured out. Ooh. Pandemonium. Uh... Alright. They are sufficiently on fire.
Well, most of them.
They could be more on fire.
That one
Let's-
man
let's
needs to be
make
burning
sure of
so
that.
much more.
It's a good thing that hit critical targets.
Yeah, that was a little.
It's fine, Joe. Get the big guy.
There we go.
Perfect.
Be angry.
Oh, heck. Man, I need more energy. Oh, so I need to get rid of all these shields. What is this?
No, shield bash, shield charge. Get him. Look at all that double dipping you're doing.
Nice. But I'm out of energy.
Yeah, well, they're out of life.
Well, they were out of life before I ran out of energy.
But you had a ton of armor ready to go. You had a reactive shield up. I have a guardian
You want a
angel
guardian
game.
angel?
We don't need a guardian angel. We're too strong. We're too
Wait, do we
strong for
need a-
guardian angels.
Do I need a corrupt flanking strike?
No, not really.
I know. But just
The bouncing shield, I think, was an
was
option.
tempting.
We are honorable. Ring of Fire.
Fell into burning ring of fire. Oh, nothing.
I was
It's
gonna
sad
say
that we're
if-
doing a fire run
I was-
and we can't really take it.
I mean, Heiner's the only one that could take it if he wanted it. Everyone else, we all have things that do necessary conversions for us. You have a stone amulet, which is nice and all, but you could go Ring of Fire.
Could go more burn.
I mean, since you have a corrupt flaming sword, it's not bad.
It's true.
So I just
Very
realized
true.
corrupt flaming sword gives you 1 power every time you hit 2. That's silly.
That's insane. Yeah.
Jeez. I clearly can't take anything.
No, I don't have follow the leader on today. Yay. Do we know what we want to help?
Which one is money?
Obsidian?
Well, I will say we could help the lava elemental, since that means we wouldn't have to fight anything that's immune to burning.
Look, we have ways of getting around it. What's the money? I need money, Scott. I need it.
God, it's been so long since we've taken this path.
Wraith
I'm
says
pretty
obsidian.
sure.
Don't remember.
I was like, I'm pretty sure that obsidian is gold.
That was my guess.
Oh, look at this
look
wuss
at
over
Joe.
here.
I like it. I like the gumption.
I'm making my gumption.
All right, Scott.
Conjunction. What's your function?
Function.
You heard me.
Ha.
Healing
Scott with the
rain.
healing rain. I'm the fastest.
I'm the slowest. This is your shocked face, right?
Very shocked.
To be fair, I'm still faster than them, which that is, well, I suppose they have 4 stats.
Mine
of
is
slow,
8 speed, yeah.
and I'm only just barely faster.
I've made them very vulnerable. You. Look, Cold Spark. Cold Spark does non-fiery things.
It's true, but So sad.
It's true. The two middle characters have pumpkin card backs, and the two outside characters have the hands.
Yep. I went for the pumpkin one just because I felt like it fit Nezglect better in his current form.
Yeah, and I have the zombie one because I feel like it fits Heiner better.
Well, very much so, yes.
That said,
Honestly, the zombie one also fits Reginald pretty well.
that's true.
Yeah.
That said, Scott and I are also going to change our card back soon. We just need one more run, Scott. Right?
Yep.
Ugh.
Well, what are we talking about? What's going on, guys?
Very, very
Trying to
high
get
madness.
the dementia card back
What
because,
that?
like, it's the one that you get for beating Obelisk challenge on Madness 8 or higher.
Ah.
And
It's so bad.
like I
It's so
always thought it was just the best looking card back. Like I don't even care about bragging rights or anything like that. But
I want the bragging rights. it is a very good looking card back, but I want them bragging rights. Oh heck yeah! War paint, reactive laser. Although I suppose the fire's not going to be that helpful, but you know whatever.
You could either guard shield charge or guard.
I don't need the shield charge. He's already dead, and they're not going to heal him in any way.
Yes, this is guard. That'll let you do some laser stuff. Yeah, assuming that he chooses to attack you. Oh, I've been shackled. Oh, there we go.
There we go. Oh, we're so slow.
I'm slow and shackled. Finish
I'm
them.
I'm not shackled, and I'm still going after them. Yeah, we're going blue portal next, right?
We could go blue portal. We could also go green portal.
Because I think Joe was looking for the glacial hammer.
Well, the glacial.
well,
I
you can
thought
get
it
the
was solar
glacial
blast.
hammer anywhere.
Oh. Well, all right then. Let's go.
Glacial hammer's been around since before the blue portal.
Since the before
Murder.
times.
What, wait. Dying.
Don't die.
Bluff him. Bluff him.
I'm gonna keep bluffing him.
And get angry about it.
I'm getting angry about it.
Shield bash him twice.
Yeah. That's not quite enough to kill him. And he's not even burning to death because he can't burn.
Oh no, I'll have to play a card.
I know. Stop paying the numbers.
Overkill no longer counts, so it's not really padding the numbers much.
Oh, well, that's tragic.
Oh, there's that Mesmeric Mirage, but I still think it's too expensive.
Corrupt Save It for Later is fun.
I might.
This is not the build for it, but good lord, I want to see that card more often.
Try this if I want to take the Ice Comet because it's corrupted. If I want to take the Elemental Bolt because it's another Elemental Bolt.
And also, Ice Comet's kind of bad. An Elemental Bolt for you is quite good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, unfortunately, Ice Comet, even Corrupt, is still just too expensive for what it does.
Money!
Yeah! A chunk of gold.
Oh, speaking of money. Money!
Thorn proliferation.
That would be fine.
Yeah. Corrupt makes Save It for Later AoE and cost 0.
How is this ice lizard living in the volcano?
Very carefully.
I would imagine it would have to be very carefully.
To be fair,
That
it's
Naga
magic
must be
ice.
so dry.
And now he's got fiery weapons, despite the fact that he's got ice hands. I have so many questions.
Well, Evelyn's got fiery iced weapons.
Actually,
Oh,
does
you
she,
think
though?
Proliferation.
are you saying that this guy's got a frost fire ring in there somewhere?
Yeah, I think like his scales are just made of frostfire.
Hmm.
Makes as much sense as anything else.
mean, think about it. Look at this guy. He's all blue and he's covered in ice, but he's got these pulsing red bits on him. That dude is blazing with fire on the inside.
I don't need to know about his pulsing red bits.
It's wrong community for that. I think this Draconoid is actually fire elemental, and he just learned ice magic to keep himself from burning up.
Wait,
And it's just very strong.
did I math that wrong? No.
Yes, you did.
Monty event, best event. Monty event's pretty great. I like Monty. Oh, the king has returned.
I was going King
I am
Talthia.
scared.
I'm still mad that even joking you made it seem like I didn't know Disney. Just,
Wait, hold on a second. You know Disney?
I know so much Disney.
Why have you never told me?
When Alea and I go on dates while we're waiting for food, she usually gives me Disney trivia because I like both Disney and trivia. Yeah, there are Halloween skins now, King. The scarecrow there is Nesglect.
Yeah, I'm the scarecrow. He's
Notice
very scary.
the pumpkin tentacles going out of his mouth.
No, it's just
These skins are so good.
Someone carved the pumpkin, but didn't get all this gunk out of the pumpkin, so it's just the gunk coming out of the mouth.
The twisty one, I would be here all night naming every Disney.
Name every Disney.
Is there any decent defense in here? Is it worth doing? I don't think it is. Oh, but I'm not doing fire damage yet. What is this?
I mean, you can do bash shield charge. Oh, okay.
No, I'm just entrenching and being done with it. It's fine.
Bash shield charge would have been okay.
No, it's fine. It was blunt damage. It didn't feel appropriate.
You purge all of the fire.
It's but you add fire whenever you hit things.
Oh yeah, that's true. I forgot about that already. I'm not used to this. It's fine. I mean, he's super dead anyway.
Look, for what it's worth, I'm still glad you did the entrench.
Yeah, safety first, right?
You know what? I should have did this first, but screw it. Doing it.
And to be fair, building up Fortify makes me do more burn later. Actually, does Fortify make me do burn, or does it make everyone do burn?
I believe it's your Fortify. I think that one is...
Fortify on this hero can stack and increase blunt and fire damage.
Yeah.
Okay. Pumped, please. What?
Up in the numbers.
Again, overkill doesn't matter, so you didn't.
Shh. Oh, carnage. Best Spider-Man villain.
Take it easy, God of War. Have a good one.
Not dad.
Alright, let's kill the fire boss, and let's show him who the real fire boss is.
Too soon, Executus.
You have awakened me too soon.
My fiber be purged.
Hey, we can't summon him yet. Somebody didn't douse all the runes.
Alright, so my new headcanon is this guy is Ragnaros, and then this front rock is Major Domo Executus.
Yeah.
He's about as intimidating as Executus.
I mean, I don't think that you fought him when he was the new hotness, because in the olden days he was actually pretty scary.
I fought him in Classic. He was kind of a pushover.
Fought him
Yeah,
in the TCG.
You say classic, but I'm talking about brand new classic. People haven't been farming him for eons classic.
That's
When
true.
people didn't have purple gear.
Alright,
I'm slower than he is.
he's burning. Get him.
Someone do something. Evelyn, put more chill so I can take a turn.
I have no choice.
Or just kill him.
Yeah, I do have a feeling if you just... Yeah, and then you Scorching Ray Combustion, he's just super double dead, right?
I mean, not
Oh.
quite.
Not,
Well, 'cause
not
he's-
super double.
'Cause he still has 26% resistance.
Scott, fix it.
Okay. Well, that's a little sad. Was hoping to get my Radiant Assault.
He says like it matters at all.
It matters.
It matters a little just because Scott won't actually kill him here. He'll put him in... Oh,
He hits end turn and then he dies.
ow! I'm not even getting a turn! It's a...
He didn't need one.
Hey, look, baptism.
That's Pyroblast. Well, there's also
Ye-
Cold.
You know,
This probably
Scott.
wants to take Cold Snap, knowing that I might take some.
Do I put Holy Fires in this deck? I never do, but
I mean,
I probably should,
I feel like
right?
you should.
I probably should.
Especially since it's on theme, baby.
Baby?
I'll even buy another one. Stack up the burn and then make it go boom. Well, there's the volcanic axe.
Volcanic X.
If you didn't already have the corrupt flaming sword, I would say you should definitely do that.
Yeah, but the Corrupt Flaming Sword is so much better.
I
mean,
I would argue that it's better than for Joe than the burning orb.
Yeah.
It's slightly less fire damage, but it turns all the damage into burn, and then it applies burn with hit.
Yes, it's just
I know.
all burn all day.
I mean,
Burn
it
baby
could.
burn, disco inferno.
There's technically an argument that it's better than the Holy Hammer, but Sanctify is still very helpful.
Well, he's
Well,
also got the Justicar ring.
Yeah,
combo.
Sanctify is how I'm applying burn, and the Corrupt Holy Hammer is actually super on theme because it turns from one Sanctify on hit to two Sanctify and one burn on hit.
But I'm going to take Volcanic Axe because it really makes the
Oh.
elemental bolts really good.
Also, Whiplash, I agree. It is weird that James is the tank and I'm not. But
Yeah,
look, it happens.
I'm always sad that Ignito's Core and Lava Crystal are so bad.
Blue it is. Like, just
I mean,
everyone was
cold
ready.
stuff benefits me.
Oh no, Lee,
Yeah?
the stream ripped.
Are you serious?
Ugh.
Oh, Bunny already says it's back.
It is
It,
back.
it was a quick rip.
It's not back for me. That's
back
weird.
for me.
Didn't
Well, usually you have to refresh to make it.
It won't be so bad.
Unlucky trainer. We can get a pet evolution here.
Corrupt pets are always good.
Yeah, you didn't have to refresh. I had it set up where even if I do disconnect, it should give me buffer time where it just immediately reconnects. But I will have to do more investigation. Hopefully that doesn't keep happening.
There's a Raven Staff.
Yeah, we have a lot of people watching today. I ain't complaining.
Yeah, we do. Oh, also, what happened? Oh, no, there we go.
You good?
That's more reasonable. The numbers of the viewers just shifted. I think we just had like a bot storm.
Ah, maybe they're the ones that broke the stream. Who knows?
Maybe.
Frostfire Ring. is
That
now
said,
corrupt.
we had been sitting in the low 50s for a while, and then it jumped to
Yeah.
now it's at 60. So
I'm looking at the all-seeing amulet, and I'm like, I could kind of alter course slightly. Would that be worth it?
a warrior code here. That's probably worth doing.
The watching count is ping ponging.
Oh yeah, there it goes. Woo, weird. I don't know. Twitch be weird, yo.
I think I go All-Seeing Amulet. It means that I can't corrupt it until Act 4. But I think that way I can just get rid of the Pandemonium and not worry about Insanity and just focus on Sight.
So, guys, I just corrupted my Frost Guard. It no longer has the slow. It gives me more HP. And whenever I'm hit, I do frost damage as well as cold stacks. All of which is going to be frost and burn.
And I got my Corrupt Scryer Staff immediately. So now I just need to look for my Clairvoyant Scroll, and then I'm done, and then I have to look for an All-Seeing Amulet later.
Alright, I have now corrupted all of my equipment.
I just gotta find me a scroll.
Unfortunately, I will never be able to corrupt the volcanic axe, but...
I found the second Madness Ring now that I'm not doing that. That could have been corrupted and I could have been done, but here we are.
Yeah, James, now look at my Holy Hammer. Now it's super on thing.
Clairvoyant Scroll, wherefore art thou? I keep finding the Glacial Hammer, which is hilarious.
Okay, yeah, that works pretty well, Scott.
Oh, I'm running out of funds. I'm gonna have to sell some stuff. Come on. I keep seeing the Ninja Scroll, and I'm like, you're the wrong paper.
Yes.
Take it easy, game time.
Considering the way that my build is currently set up, are pummels worth actually picking up?
Yeah, they're not bad. Scott, can I borrow some funds for reasons?
Because like a blue pummel would put up so much burn on that on the target, or a yellow one on whoever I needed to.
Come on, scroll.
Corrupt Amulet of Thorns, interestingly enough, is the Thorns bonus goes from +2 to +4, and you get +1 Vitality, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, it's pretty fancy. It keeps showing me the Glacial Hammer like I want it.
Thank you, Lyra. That's always my thing too.
Okay, so now I just need to wait until Act 4 to get an All-Seeing Amulet. And I'll be in business. I'm gonna buy a Holy Fire here.
Corrupt Kite Shield's okay. It's okay. Should I get a platinum ring so that we could get a corrupt platinum ring later? I like how that wasn't even justified with a response.
Yeah.
The platinum ring's that bad, huh?
It's not great. Let's see. You'll be a yellow mind vision. Boopity boop boop boo.
I just corrupted my royal coin so that everything's cheaper for everyone.
Hooray! Okay, and now, yeah, like I said, I just gotta wait until Act 4 to corrupt my All-Seeing Amulet, but otherwise I'm set for life.
Well, I found a glacial hammer.
Oh, just gotta make sure to switch these back to 1-cost clairvoyances because I don't care about the insane anymore.
Did I find another ring of fire, or was that a special thing?
It's a special thing. You
Oh,
can
yeah.
only get the one.
I want more expected prophecies. In fact, I'm just going to run 4 of them. Which is what I did last time, too. Get rid of that last mental shake. And...
Don't know what I'm looking for. That's fine.
Honestly, this is fine. I'll run 1 card heavy. That's fine.
I'm sitting here with 20 cards debating what I want to get rid of now.
What level ups did I take? I got Chilling Gaze because it's more sight stuff. And I got Resourceful. When I play skill cards, Refund an Energy and apply sight, which is why I have all of those prophecies. And then after that, I'll probably get Chosen One, which is lovely.
I
And
think I can
then-
safely get rid of the
I'm-
war paints now that I have this sword, yes?
Yeah, you don't need war paints.
I like the war paints, but my deck is too full and I don't know how to fix.
Get rid of the war paints. You don't need them.
It feels bad having guards this late, but stacking Fortify, man.
That's fine. It's fine, man. I will say, in my opinion, I like Yellow Enrage over Blue Enrage, just because you're doing powerful stuff anyway. But that, yeah. It's because Fury also makes you bleed. That's the only reason why I don't like Fury unless you're doing like a very Fury-focused build.
It's fine. My problem with the rage is the yellow enrage is that powerful caps at 10. I feel like I'm gonna hit that.
Yeah, maybe, but making
Are
sure
you,
they stay
though?
capped at 10. Whenever he attacks, he gets a powerful because of his corrupt weapon.
I suppose that's true.
But even then, I think it would still be difficult for you to cap.
Yeah,
All
how
right.
many attacks are you throwing out per turn?
So yeah, I would change the enrage.
We'll
I'd get
see.
rid of the war paints.
Okay.
Call it a day.
Yeah, it's on hit, not on attack. So like the pummel will
Oh yeah,
give me
lots of stacks.
like four stacks on its own.
Yep.
If you do damage with every hit.
Yeah, if they're not blocked.
Yeah, keep
Oh,
in mind
that's
that anything that's blocked does not count for on hit.
I think I'm pretty happy with my deck now.
Lee Ferris and Scott makes you feel bad for the Ringmaker in Act 4. Well, he should feel bad for offering us that ring every time. You should come up with better inventory that we want to buy. It's just being a bad shopkeep at that point.
He's not a shop.
Well,
He's a ringsmith.
Well, he's a bad ringsmith. You gotta work with what the customer wants. So a candy ring? Yes, I would take a candy ring. All right. Well, I say we go towards the unlucky trainer. I don't remember what's what.
We don't want the ship ride.
Correct. Like I need my money for Act 4, so I'm almost willing to just walk away.
Oh, well, we can have plenty of money for Act 4. It's just 200 gold.
Yeah, I'm kind of okay giving the money for food.
And then they tell us that stuff happens.
That's it. I thought I gave you stuff.
Okay. So we got Bouncy Embers. We got Asmodee hitting everybody. You got Champy, who does the armor every turn. I'd say mine is the out option. Like, mine's the worst upgrade of the 4.
And I think we're already on path to get Asmodee, which will let him
correct
that one anyway.
So then Flamey, I think, is our best bet here.
Flamey or Champy. Champy doing it every turn as opposed to every other turn is pretty good, but...
Yeah, but this is a fire build.
That's fair.
Sure.
Ah, here we go, Monty.
Yeah, it's Monty, Exotic Equipment Shop. Bada bing, bada boom, bada bang.
I like how his elite immunity was poison. So the fact that we're taking a corruption that makes all enemies immune to poison doesn't benefit him.
He's also immune to Shackle. We'll never stop him. Also, they went hard in on me.
Yeah, they know.
Look, but I don't have like the full corruption like some people. I'm Nezglect. I'm super weak.
That's why they were going after you. They're trying to take out the weak link.
Now it all makes sense.
They gotta kill the healer.
They all have evasion.
Yeah, I mean, the Cold Spark will still apply the debuff stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it doesn't matter for me.
Yeah, the evasion just stops the damage.
Bouncy.
Saw chat talking about pretty colors, and I was like, what are you talking about? And they looked over at the stream, and there was a strip of pretty colors, and I was like, oh, what the heck was that?
Champy's icy uncle.
Fisher.
Yep. He's just Fisher.
Only the bosses with the blue flames have fancy names. Everybody else has just got generical. Generical?
What's your favorite elite name? For me, it's got to be Phil.
Yeah, but
Just Phil.
But I don't know if I love Phil or hate Phil, because Phil does wet bless, and I'm like, but
Hey, James, don't be hateful.
that was
Too
my
hateful.
shtick. Oh, so no.
I think the best elite is Bacon.
Bacon.
Making bacon.
What's shaking, bacon?
Man, I can do some things. I think for efficiency, I do like that, and then I do. Honestly, I can do that, and then fanaticism, and then do some more.
And now they all did.
See, look, I can do fire things, even though it was a holy thing, even though I do sight mind things.
Yeah.
Spin to win. Get him.
In the wind, put up the burn. That's a lot of burn. And they all burn to death.
And a 1.
Or they all
A 2.
freeze to death, I guess.
A 3. Still said you can't corrupt the surprise gift box. Look, it would be too powerful.
Which orb with the volcanic axe and the frostfire ring is actually pretty hilarious.
It's pretty tempting.
But X equals my block, so no.
The corrupt porcupine is so good.
That's... And there's a Justicar ring right here. Why?
Yeah, but you're already corrupted. Why couldn't I have an all-seeing amulet instead of that Justicar ring? I could actually use it. Come on, game. Get with the times.
Money.
Yeah, I like money.
I like money.
Just channeling my inner Wario.
I like the money. I like the money.
Money!
And copyright claim.
Yeah, we're definitely way too close to the source material.
Absolutely.
Indistinguishable, even.
Yes.
The squirrel must have a hard time breathing. Oh, no, he's probably fine.
It's like a.
Breathes through his tail.
Well, I was gonna say that he's that's basically a helmet. He can't breathe this oxygen. He has to breathe whatever's in that ice cube.
That would run out pretty quickly.
So why am I always shackled? Every time.
You should just be immune to it like me.
Do you have...
Oh. Yeah, the corrupt, steadfast boots give immunity to slow and shackle.
To be fair, we did see the shackles earlier in the run.
That's what I associate with shackle immunity, so I was like, why the hell do you have the shackles? Just, oh, never mind. Ultra karaoke when look, it's never something that I will do focused in things. Scott ruined that for me, and he's got to live with it.
Bare minimum, when I can get through like one stream without coughing, then I'll look into. Do. Oh, he lays.
I was gonna say last stand first to get more cards in your hand.
With the corrupt shackles of war, I assume you mean the accessory. The crack charges bonus goes from 1 to 2. The speed penalty vanishes, if I remember correctly, and you're not only immune to shackle, but also immune to slow.
Tell me again about your memory issues.
Look, I'm good at memorizing stupid crap that doesn't matter in real life, like video game statistics.
So for the record, as I was saying earlier, I'm sitting at 8 powerful. This pummel is going to overcharge me.
Yeah, that's fine.
It is fine. Make sure this guy just dies.
He didn't just die.
No. He'll die in a second.
He will die. He will die. In fact, I will make it so. Let me just keep playing these. Do something like that.
Omar, James doesn't really drink. So it'll be just legitimate, hopefully decent singing.
And I don't really drink that often, but I would be required to drink a lot if I was to participate. That Devastate's not a bad pickup.
I'm ready. I'll put so much burn. Beep!
Oh.
Yeah, it doesn't do anything.
Dang.
Not yet. Soon. TM.
Student TM.
They are working on it.
Yep.
Vampiric Tutor's nice, but money's nice.
Yeah, we can go for money.
Money. Yes.
No, I drink lots of water.
James does not
I don't
imbibe
drink
in
enough.
liquids.
If I'm ever thirsty, I just eat fruit. No, that's not true.
But he
I
only
drink.
dehydrates it first.
Oh.
He likes to eat dehydrated water. He just takes oxygen and hydrogen and then just shoves them in his mouth.
No, I have one tank. It's like an oxygen tank, but it's a hydrogen tank with one plug up each nostril and then an oxygen tube into my mouth. Because there's got to be a 2-to-1 ratio.
Look, nothing beats a homemade meal, right? You know, in some parts of the world, they deep fry milk. Well, I mean, we deep fry cheese, and cheese is only like a step away from milk.
Oh, Lancelot's immune to sanctify, and I got a poopy hand.
There's a bathroom not far from where you're standing.
Look, I feel like this middle pumpkin feels. Look at that pumpkin.
Well, if all I can do is play a couple sunbeams, then
He knows where they're going. Thank you, Lee. Now I want cheese curds. What have you done? I made you want cheese curds.
Also, King, I'm going to need a lot more than dew and universe juice.
Cheese curds are so good. It's been a while since I had them.
Just do it.
cheese curds are so good. But Beth over drinks.
Let's draw all the cards again. Let's see, do a little bit of that. And honestly, we're gonna play some things, so I'll just get all that out of the way.
Yeah, I knew it was Kung Fu Panda King. As I followed up the line. Kung Fu Panda is a fantastic trilogy.
You know what? I have extra mana.
Kung Fu Panda 2 might be just one of the most perfect movies in general.
Okay, that'll do.
Kung Fu Panda TV series was also very good. I mean, they're all already dead.
Devastate them.
Yeah. Who gets devastated? One of the ones that aren't going to die first. This man.
Got him.
I don't feel like I got him that much.
Alright, can you finish the guy who is, in fact, already dead?
I'll try.
No promises.
I will not.
Scott, can you finish the guy who is, in fact, already dead?
Yes.
If you somehow managed to not draw any attacks again, I would have died laughing.
I can also recover Joe's 2 missing hit points.
Thank
Nailed it.
you.
And then boom.
A
Oh, hi.
corrupt delay response.
Corrupt Impale? That's horrid.
Also,
Also,
why are you
L,
hoarding
yes.
the meditates? And why don't you spread them around? Share with the rest of the class.
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm clicking the wrong click.
Oh, you didn't want to go to the mansion? Oh, okay. I guess
Oh,
that's it.
I didn't see the. I don't like this map. I can't see what goes where.
Oh, yeah. Oh man,
Got him.
All your stuff sucks, man. Give us a discount.
Hey, look, a
Glacial
glacial
hammer.
hammer.
Hey, corrupt torch.
Hey, look. Not an all-seeing amulet, which is the only thing that I would care about. It is
Oh,
all free, just for the record.
Yes.
These are free items.
I think the free glacial hammer is worth it for you, Joe, because you'll be able to corrupt it in Town 4 in theory.
Yeah, it's literally all free because we have a total of a 100% discount.
Yep.
The only thing is-
Two corrupt royal coins and then the 30% discount from the event.
I mean, I
That's
get that I'll be able to corrupt it, but Volcanic Axe also transforms all my damage to fire, which is a big thing when like half of my spells are like doing not fire damage.
Yeah, but does that matter? I mean, you're
It
doing all
does,
ice
because
and fire.
Yeah, but like the fire gets the benefit of I get more benefit from the burning stacks if all my damage is fire than I do, for example, my curses are shadow. So
don't forget, Joe, that for like the curses, yeah, but don't forget that the Lee's got a thing so that somebody having a ton of burn resistance dropped also means they're weak to ice.
True.
Fire and ice are essentially the same thing.
But I think I'm gonna stick with Volcanic Axe, honestly.
Okay. I want to get a steel rod. I want to see a corrupt steel rod. I want to see a bass every turn.
You know what? Changed my mind.
Oh,
Good,
Did I get it?
because I like the fact that you'd be applying chill and burn as opposed to just
that's
burn.
true.
Yeah, I'm like, you know what? Let's go for the nutty thing.
Rare equipment shop.
We'll be here until.
Maybe they have a glacial hammer.
They could,
Wouldn't that be serendipitous?
or an all-seeing amulet.
Because I know if I didn't take it, the game would punish me by giving me that weapon every time, or offering that weapon.
Man, we're getting bonked.
Also, yes, King. Jack Black makes literally everything better. Jack Black, like, pushes himself all the time, which is why I have hopes for the Mario movie.
I mean, if it's more Bowser focused than it is Mario focused.
I know all of the jokes about Chris Pratt, Mario, etc., but man, Jack Black's Bowser is cool.
What old ATO noise do you guys miss? Oh, easily. Gustav's scream.
Yes,
The easiest answer
Gustav
of my
going
life.
heavy metal was hilarious.
That is pretty good. Look, as long as they keep Betty, that's all I care about. Bah.
Okay. Mario
the
movie won't
Mario-
have the best character ever, Bowser Jr.
That's so sad.
I mean, good. Never know. Admittedly, I doubt it, but it's not like a 0% chance.
Maybe the movie will do super, super well, and then they'll make a sequel, and then that can be Bowser Jr. And they can just get Matt Bragg.
Yeah, let's just,
But yeah, no, Jack Black, amazing in everything that he does. Jack Black made the Jumanji movies good, and I was not expecting that.
I'll say that he made them better, and I don't think they're bad movies. My problem with the Jumanji movies is if they called it anything else, I would have liked it more.
Yeah, that's fair.
The fact that they're kind of like piggybacking off of the Jumanji movies when their movie really didn't have to be anything about that at all.
It's true. Like, I think the movie on its own stands well.
Yeah.
It's just because it was called Jumanji, everyone had that association, and that tainted it a little bit. For some people, I mean.
Pummel Ariel. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. I mean, they're all already dead again, but
They're as cold as ice. It's easy. Sacrifice their love.
I hear crickets.
Yeah, well, you know. It was a joke that I made. For me, best
admittedly
Mario
just-
character, if we're talking about like characters that you can select in either in any of the Mario Party or sports games, it has to
You're
be...
a Dry Bowser.
Yeah, I was
Right?
gonna say Dry Bones Bowser specifically is my guy.
Wah.
Wah.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, look at you get more holy fires.
Nice.
I was wondering if I would
Holy
ever find one.
fire. I already corrupted my Kite Shield game.
Yeah, none of these are the things that I need.
Ah, level.
We did level. The chosen one.
Fusion laser. Actually, fusion laser gonna do anything for me? I mean, it's fire, but
I'm going to expose somebody.
Giggity.
Legitimate question, Lee. Fusion laser is more fire, but
You get that fusion
I-
laser.
but I don't have very expensive cards.
You have a couple expensive
Don't
cards,
you?
and you'll get more.
I mean, you have a whirlwind,
Oh,
you have
whirlwind.
an entrench,
Yeah, you got even last stand. Like,
That's true.
and coat of
oh,
arms.
Yeah, but the last stand.
I shouldn't have leveled until I completed this,
Yep.
because
You
I
played
got my
yourself.
chosen one.
You played yourself.
That's funny.
Oh, now I'm sad. You personally prefer wet Bowser? Thanks, I hate it.
Also, at least as far as the like the entrench goes, I have paid 0 for that entrench like the last every time that I've played it.
Damn Bowser.
I can pay the 5 for it, but I haven't
Yeah.
done that in a very long time. I was thinking that just having more stacks of Fortify might have been more consistent.
Nah. Fusion laser is like the sickest laser move. Like, it's so good. Damp Bowser. I don't like
going
any of these.
First, as Reginald. This is wild.
So wild
Yo.
and crazy guy.
Paper Bowser is fantastic. But to be fair, Bowser from all of the RPGs is just best Bowser. Bowser with a stomachache.
You're welcome, everybody.
Thank you.
Alright, we can do one of these. Oh, sadness. Um,
Bowser's Inside Story, aka Mario and Luigi experience Vor firsthand.
Yeah.
But, premise aside, actually a solid game with a fantastic Mario Universe villain in it.
Stop, why am I even here?
Okay, now the fact that the fusion laser and the whirlwind are right there is going to make this nice.
Do it.
I'll bluff just to see what comes up. That's fine. And then let's just burn.
And then
Yeah.
And then Bep.
Justice for Bep.
Congratulations. You did by far the most damage this combat on that one card alone.
That's pretty good.
I mean,
and it's still accurate because again, overkill damage doesn't count.
Yeah.
Yes.
sad face.
And I might play Inside Story after this.
I've heard that game is good, and I've always been interested in playing it. Just never got around to it.
If you are a fan of the Mario RPG,
Which clearly
universe,
I
which
am.
I know you are. That's another bluff.
That's pretty good.
About damn time. Then it is absolutely worth a pickup. Like, we joke about, oh no, it's the Mario Vor game, but it's legitimately a very good game.
Like, so you're gonna call that the Vor game? That's like calling the Magic School Bus the Vor show.
Oh, I mean, that happened a lot on that show.
I know. That's why I say that. It's like you got to pick your battles.
Exactly.
Well, Scott, could you fix
It's
this?
possible.
Maybe
It's possible. If I get my mass dispel, no, it's 4D,
No,
not 3D.
it is 4 deep.
Well, if I get my mass dispel and my divine grace, then I can do it. But I'd have to draw both.
Sorry, Lyra. Look, I didn't bring it up. I just had to get the point.
Also, the dragon's already down to negative 15 speed.
Yeah,
Come on, Scott.
that technically negative
Come on,
17.
Scott.
Nope.
Sadness. Lyra, not Lyra, has left the chat dramatically. Don't worry, guys. My turn is going to be very impactful.
Nothing is High School Musical dramatic.
What about High School Musical, the musical, the show?
That title is dramatic enough to qualify.
That's a straight up Kingdom Hearts kind of title.
Yeah,
He's
it
dead.
is.
At least it was proven that I was here.
He's not done until he gets a turn, and he ain't getting another turn.
That's true. He is not getting his turn. Oh man, Heat Laser.
Bluff him.
Yeah. Bluff? No. Bluff? No. Dang.
It's a guard shield dash. Oh, well, you can do
I
it.
should have guarded first. I keep forgetting.
Kingdom Hearts 3.1479380. Director's Edition Super Saiyan Part 8. Belt
was
Buckle
unfortunate.
Redux.
It's just Tetsuya Nomura, man.
Oh, hey.
Oh.
meditate.
Good.
Scott, I could do that too if I wanted to. I'm just saying.
That is a heck of a lineup.
Yep.
To be fair, I'm also looking at a heck of a lineup going, which one do I want?
But guess what? I take the meditate.
And I'm like, there's a corrupt Cypher Life here, and I'm like, no, but Blizzard.
Like,
I might-
Titanfall is normally
but
an
Blizzard.
easy pick, but I I don't think it's the best one here.
I don't think any of those are bad options. I think whatever one you take
Yeah.
is good. I would actually make the argument that a second whirlwind might be too much.
Yeah, I was gonna say the
Yeah.
same thing.
I think the Last Stand is the best option here, but
I actually think that the Titanfall is the best option, just because you're a more offense-focused Heiner, so 2 Last Stands is a lot of
true.
Last Stand, because you can only pull so many things.
that's true. I'm worried that the Titanfall itself is actually just going to be underwhelming.
Nah.
Huh.
That's
That's for the most part, this is just a whole lot of whatever.
it's a whole lot of $120, which I will need because I still have to roll for the All-Seeing Amulet.
Yeah. I still have a royal coin that I really need to
As
replace.
I say, now at the end of this, Joe and I are getting rid of our gold coins, but let Lee find whatever he's looking for first.
Please and thank you.
And I'm gonna be re-rolling for a mirror.
And then do we go to the warehouse to try to find a second one?
I mean, if we did, great.
There's an Ankh of Life in here.
Yeah, there's an Ankh right off the bat. 2 rolls, All-Seeing Amulet. Done.
Well,
Easy. I should get rid of my low self-esteem. If only it were that easy in real life. I think I get rid of one of these mind visions. I think I still kind of like the 4 expected prophecies, but I could get rid of one.
Glacial Hammer has now been corrupted.
I found a Scryer Staff and a Justicar ring.
Yeah, I'll get rid of one. Since
I
got the
found a
meditate.
bonk hammer.
In
I'm
fact,
a
I'll get
Heiner.
rid of one fanaticism since I have 2 meditates.
I'm a Heiner that just
There
found
you
a
go.
mountain ring
And
and
how's it going, AJ?
or a mountain king, and I'm not convinced it's worth it. Hold on.
I mean, you're Angry Heiner. Angry Heiner doesn't really need Mountain King that badly.
Ugh. It just feels dirty.
Look, it happens, man. It happens.
It shouldn't.
Ooh, found a nullifier. I don't know if it really works here, though.
Just
I'd just take a warrior code instead of the royal coin.
I mean, Warrior Code is pretty solid.
It's just sad I won't be able to.
You won't be able to reliably upgrade it, but there could be
I could have
opportunities.
if I had taken it earlier, but I wanted to keep the corrupt royal coin for a while for here.
It's,
So everybody else, tell me when you're done, and then I'll.
I am done forever. I know Scott is still searching.
I'm looking at maybe taking a greater
I
mana
think
potion.
I'm good.
Think you're done? What about you, Joe?
You giving up on the mirror?
Yeah. I just did a ton of
Yeah,
rerolls, and
I'm good.
it's
I'm
just
probably
filling
gonna
me
go-
with sadness because I just found a Lightbringer, and I'm like, I'm not taking you, and it's wrong.
I got my All-Seeing Amulet in like 2 rerolls, so I was just like, and done. I'm done forever. Just don't even think about it anymore. All right.
And make sure I have a little bit of money going out of here in case we run into a shop somewhere.
Yep.
Well, not upgrade that.
I always end up with so many shards.
Yeah, I'd say we can still go. Well, we can either go to the warehouse and see what we can find, even though, like I said, I won't need anything, or we could theoretically go south to try to corrupt some cards and be spicy. That would be up to you guys.
I wish there was like some alchemy that we could turn the shards into gold.
Wouldn't that
So
be
Yeah.
nice?
As someone who's sitting here with 3,000 gold and 26,000 shards. Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a time when I struggled with shards, and then the game was just like, what if gold was way more important?
I love how I wish they changed the art between the heat laser and the reactive laser, because then it would kind of be like in ascending order of beam intensity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's say who's still canoodling.
Oops. I'm not the last one, but I forgot to click the button.
I just want to make sure I got everything all set before kicking the tires before I leave.
Alright, so Old Warehouse or Corrupted Bell?
Which one has the demon? I forget.
The next floor, so nothing
Oh, right.
in here.
Never mind.
If we go up, we can hit level 5 before we fight the twins and check the warehouse. If we go bottom, we can potentially corrupt cards, but that's a dangerous game.
I like going top route.
Yeah.
About...
Okay. What?
Wow.
What a good
Garbage.
set.
Garbage.
There should be like an in-game like check where it's just like, is this the first fight out of a town? Don't ask for stupid stuff.
If it was at least one of those with a discount, then you could argue that there's a reason for it, but
Winter is coming.
old.
That was the winter of my discontent.
Your winter involves a lot of fire.
Most winters do. You gotta stay warm through the winter.
I suppose that makes sense.
6.
I mean, that just sounds like society in general, King.
Purge them.
By holy fire be purged.
Too
Holy
soon,
fiber.
Reginald. Reginald the Reglord.
Yes.
I know that only really makes sense when you do dark stuff, but you look like a Frankenstein's monster. It kind of fits.
He's Frankenold. Registine?
No.
You wanna keep trying?
Registine.
Registeel.
It's pronounced Registine.
Wow, this hand kinda isn't as cool as I would like it to be.
I mean, he says with double holy fires, which are just tactical nukes at this point.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, you can end 2 of them.
And then passively finish off the others as a consequence of existing. But it's not to his liking.
It could have been better, is all I'm saying.
Wow.
Spin to win.
It just feels so underwhelming compared to what you guys just did.
How extra can I be? Pretty extra, turns out.
I sense many elemental bolts in his future.
Many elemental bolts.
Well, 1, a
Ooh.
2.
And a winter orb.
Aww.
Yeah, I mean, the Winter Orb is definitely better here.
It's better, but it's not as cool.
Oh, goodness.
Blarians, thank you for the 14 months. How's it going?
Balrog.
It's been a while. It's been a
It's
while.
been a while since I could
Just
hold
a
my
little bit
head up
older.
high. It's been a while.
I think you got him. Hey, look, a black hole.
Look at that black hole. I'll take an enrage though.
There's a monogen and an evocation, but like I don't need them. Taking 1 monogen though.
So you gotta dance that line.
I think I'm not gonna take any more mana stuff though. I think my deck's good.
Yeah, you run into too much of it.
So, yeah, I assumed accessories. 61% chance.
Whoop!
Oh,
Oh,
It's fine, Joe, and I got this.
me and Scott we already have everything that we need. We were uninterested.
we were just confused. We thought
Cloud
generating energy. Ooh, Cloud Song.
Take it, Scott.
I
That is
do kind of
technically
want it.
better.
It's literally just an upgrade to my handbook.
That's true.
Yeah.
It's literally the same HP, and instead of the highest cost skill, it's the highest cost card.
Look, now we gotta find another one so you can corrupt it.
Which would be amazing.
I'm gonna take the broken item.
Don't you dare.
Oh, but there's another burned item, Lee. We could have corrupted it.
We were so close.
Would have taken all the way to Act 4, but we could have had it.
Hey, Reginald, do you want a corrupt celestial brilliance?
Yes.
Done.
Purge 2. Pretty nice.
The weird thing about it is it's more expensive than, because there's a 6 cost that purges 1 and an 8 cost that purges 2, so they just split the difference and they're like, all right, it'll be middle cost, but you have the higher purge.
Which is weird. The corrupt version is usually straight up the best of both worlds.
Yeah,
that's
instead it's a compromise.
there's a precedent where that's like that. With the devastating blow or whatever it is, where it can be either 3 cost or 6 cost. The corrupted one is 4 cost, and then
Silencing
combines
Aura
the
is
both.
butts.
That's fair.
Yeah, all these silencing auras do not appreciate.
Yeah, this is a problem.
Thanks. I hate it.
Got him.
And I got insane in the process, so even if I draw my Mass Dispel, I still can't get rid of it.
Womp.
That was really Hinder to go in there and smack away the.
Steven, I just really need you to know that I hate you, and in fact, nobody ever loved you, and you should die.
Jeez.
Wow.
Do enough damage to lower the shield so that I can take the silence.
It's good that he has
Well, I have a
95%
feeling
net-
I'm going to hit them all for things exactly once.
Well, I was gonna say I'm glad this. It's a good thing Stefan has that 95% mental resistance against Scott's burn.
Bunny, that's a good point. If there is anyone out there watching this named Steven, I wasn't talking about you, I was talking about that jerk face right there.
He's talking about the other person named Steven watching the stream.
Yes. No.
This
I
guy
also
told
have a
you-
feeling that
Why-
I have a whole lot of insane in my future.
Why does this do 0 to the back guy? I'm so confused.
Again,
hold on.
95% mental
95%
resistance.
resistance, and
Yeah.
I guess it rounds down.
Does that mean that it won't proc silencing aura?
Correct.
Correct. You won't damage him. So you can do it once. If you do it again, then you'll take silence from Dark Lancer.
I mean, probably worth.
But it might proc both of theirs, so
Well, that's
at least
the-
they'll take charges.
That's the idea. Is like if I can get more of them. Because I don't think I can do anything else to this guy and not break it. So,
So if you want to do anything else, you do more things to the front guy, because that won't trigger it.
Yeah, that is a good point. That is a very good point.
Yeah, you could like Holy Fire or Mind Visions. That guy.
And now it'll definitely hit. I'll take out 3 stacks.
Well, that's true.
Worth.
And you'll still activate the the ice and things. Also, just all of this insane.
But now I'll heal us all to full.
The paranoia is gonna hurt. Fix it, Scott.
Good night,
I
Mike Bank.
can't.
Why can't you, Scott?
That
Because
whirlwind needs to happen.
can't.
This is gonna hurt. But I'll at least take the silences. Oh, that actually wasn't as bad as I thought.
you also got rid of a bunch of thorns, which is good.
Yeah, I'm so insane!
In the membrane.
I don't have any membranes. Or brains. I'm bones and armor.
There could be
And
a
a-
brain in that skull. Rattling
And a
around.
beaver. There's probably a brain in the beaver. That's... What?
What?
Yes.
Copy. Champy?
Blizzard, cold snap, blizzard. Let's go.
Yeah,
Get him.
Which one? Champy. It is Champy.
And just like that, they're dead.
oh, not quite.
Well, I mean, they are
They're dead. Just...
Make no
I
mistake.
said not quite.
That's pretty good. Champy piloting Heiner as a mech.
If
I
go.
finally get to cast my first spell of the fight.
that
now
said,
that everyone's already dead.
if you don't cast anything, if me and you both end turn, I can passively heal everybody to full.
Can mass dispel. Yeah. Make us
Hey,
less
look
crazy.
at that.
Ah, I'm not crazy anymore.
He sounds as sane as I've ever seen. Oh, I can do this to add a little bit more sight for a little more healing. And then that'll be where I end it. Everybody's topped off except for the poison hit that I took.
Alright, guys, I got this. Oh, well. I don't got this. That's sad.
Entrenched coat of arms, double bluff.
Yeah. I can kill the front guy.
Triple bluff. Quadruple bluff.
And I'm honorable. There we go. Go!
Bottom.
That's right. They're all dead now.
Something I want to see: Champy piloting Heiner as a mech.
Like we'll go full war groove. Just put a little basket on my back.
Hey, look, a baptism.
It is a corrupt baptism.
It is.
You know,
Also,
it
do you
just
want
occurred to me-
another Celestial Brilliance to go with your Celestial Brilliance?
It just occurred to me this is the first time I've seen Heavenly Blessing in a very long time. And it's a little sad that I'm not going to take it.
You should take the Celestial Brilliance to go with your Celestial Brilliance so you can Celestial
No.
Brilliance while you Celestial Brilliance.
No.
Let's go throw this guy's river into the vastness of empty space.
His river?
Yeah. Gonna throw his river into the ring. Not even corrupt.
I could have corrupted it.
What kind of build are we doing? We are doing unconventional burn using specifically
Spooky fire!
Yes, we're doing
Spooky
spooky
burn.
fire. More money.
Without the fire character because he doesn't have a costume.
Without either
he wa-
fire character, because there's two, and we're not using either of them. Cornelius and Otis are.
I guess Otis is
fire-based.
technically fire, and neither of them have
You
costumes.
say technically fire. Otis
Yeah.
is very much has a fire build.
Well, it's the bacon build.
Well, this could be interesting.
With the Mana Gem, you can double Blizzard.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
Will you survive it?
Yeah, it's a little sad that because of all their block, you're not doing the on-hit effects. Well, now you are.
You did survive it.
Oh,
Only
yeah,
just.
They took a
I
lot
mean-
of chill and burn.
I mentioned that before he casted the second one, and he just kept going. I was like, okay.
That's
No,
fine.
I'm fine. Like, it's fine.
Yeah, Joe will be back to full health in a moment. You got this, Lee.
And look, they're not moving, like, ever.
Galaxy Razor, can we do a full Thorns next run? We could.
Look, I'm ready for a crazy Thorns build. It's been a little while.
I'm ready for a crazy Thorns build. I tried to do a Thorns run the other day, and I died to Feyborg because I didn't realize Feyborg had a fuck you card. If
For
you're
what
going
it's worth,
full Thorn.
here you go.
I can see
Thank
my
you.
stream is struggling right now, actually.
Oh,
I heard you blip, and this is my connection. My kilobits went super down. I have it set to dynamic, so the stream's probably just garbage quality at the moment.
it's a little fuzzy.
It looks like it's
Yeah.
recovering now, a little bit anyway. It's still Garbo.
I purged most of their thorns, so there's that.
Yeah, so it's definitely a weird connection issue, which is not good. I think if I was using the other software, it probably would have crashed, which is, not inspiring.
Well, it looks better now as far as I can tell.
Yeah, it's recovering.
It's like slowly recovering.
It is slowly recovering.
That did not heal Joe to full, but it was
Yeah,
a
but-
good heal anyway.
It was a good heal, but I'm like, that did not...
Oh my god, it's a fusion laser. Something good.
Bluff into something good.
Good.
Oh,
I'll take that.
fusion laser and trench. That'll do.
Yeah.
Bzzz. Yeah, it is not the same issue as before, but I'm curious as to why it dipped so hard. There's more things I'm gonna have to tinker with. A tabula rasa.
Well, I mean,
Oh, that challenging shout.
I
Nope.
thought about it.
And then you threw it in the garbage.
Nah, I don't need it. That's a defense card. I'm sending those. Not today.
okay.
Oh, yeah, we
here-
need
and
the demon
we
summoning
do
guide.
need, yeah.
It's a good thing we went up top because I forgot that there was an extra step for that.
That's part of why I pushed for top, because I couldn't remember for sure, but I was pretty sure we needed that step as well.
But
Also, I
said
forgot-
nothing.
I didn't specifically say it. I was just like, I want to go top. Because like I said, I couldn't remember. I wasn't confident that I wasn't just like making it up in my head that we had to go there for that.
I mean, I forgot not only the extra step, but I also forgot that Evelyn can just get a free corrupted encyclopedia from that.
Yeah, any mage can do
Anyway,
that.
yep.
Noted, prefer top.
No comment on that.
And they're all armored and thorns again.
Yeah.
Look, you just need to be ever so slightly slower so that
Blizzard.
you go after me so I can purge all that stuff and put Sanctify on them.
And-
Hey, Speluncle Blizzard.
Yes. And also, yes, it's up over south.
No.
But Speluncle Blizzard, Scott.
Do it. Don't let your dreams be
I
dreams.
mean, go for it.
Or don't.
Also, you
Didn't
you
cast
should have played the
Speluncle
Speluncle.
first. Like
Well,
an
wait.
idiot.
They were
Since you
scared.
didn't,
Yeah,
put
you can do it.
Speluncle on me.
I could,
Oh.
yeah.
You could put Spell Echo on me.
Or me. Like, I could use Spell Echo
what?
too, I'm just saying.
To be fair,
Oh,
it would be a waste on me. Don't do it on me.
Yeah, it's like, don't listen to James.
Hey,
So, I
Speluncle-
mean, do listen to James because it's funny,
Do
but
I double Brilliance or double Crescent Light? I think Brilliance,
Yeah,
probably.
That'll get the thorns off of them.
Ooh. And with Holy Crusader.
will it get the thorns off of him?
Not some of
Yes,
them.
it will. Yeah,
It will.
because
yeah.
it's yeah.
One.
That's
If it was
who-
the corrupt Celestial Brilliance,
Yeah.
it would have been even better. But, you know,
Oh,
beggars
Spell
can't
Echo
be
on
choosers.
Bunny.
But yeah, I think the Speluncle was better on you than it was killing myself on a blizzard.
Yeah.
Debatable.
No.
I failed successfully.
I like how I managed to make myself blow up via backlash. It's fine.
Meditate, meditate.
Does whatever meditate.
As
Um,
Oh, that front guy was immune to Sanctify. Why?
Lord, just explode that man's face.
Thanks for the heal.
do what I can.
Oh yeah. Let's go. Come on.
Oh,
Come on.
Bluff it up.
Yeah.
I mean, that doesn't matter. You can do it whenever you want. That's not the other
Yeah.
laser.
To be fair, I was gonna say if you, you still have enough energy.
Yeah,
if
I
you
did.
get, you didn't.
I didn't get it anyway. That was why I paused to see if I'm gonna get it. But still,
That'll do.
that would be just fine.
Get him.
Yeah. That's the plan.
Once again with feeling.
Not enough feeling, apparently.
Well, that guy doesn't have any feeling anymore.
Also, that Brian now has a negative 19 speed.
Well, he did. Briefly.
Do I need a second wind? No.
No.
I trust. I like second wind. It's a fun card.
Just more Angie.
Yeah.
More Angie.
More Angie, more better.
Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Oh boy, the Wiggle Bros are going first.
We're all
That's
gonna
actually kind of
die.
unfortunate.
He's gonna beam us so hard.
Yep.
Well, then just focus on Dusk for a turn then.
Focus?
Well, yeah, I was gonna say, what's focus?
Now, elemental
You
sword
guys-
creation,
you
spell
guys
echo,
have-
winter orb.
I think you guys
Yeah,
have
pretty
single
good.
target attacks.
Yeah, only the boring stuff.
Yeah, I know. Come on, jeez, get with the program.
I mean, Holy Fire is single target.
Yeah,
And
but
that has
but
been a
we have
murder
to set
spell.
them ablaze for that to matter.
They're
What thing
very
is-
burning already.
yes,
They're
but Joe is
burning
also
and
getting us
colding.
beamed.
The important thing is all their armor and...
Oh God,
Ow!
this is how we die.
Look, I'm going to be applying Sanctify, so I'm going to be fine.
Well, thanks for that.
Thinking
Literally
about it.
hearing the cogs in your brain turn.
Look, I would get rid of their Fortify so they don't keep all that block for next round.
If you divine
Uh-huh.
retribution first and then you got beamed in retaliation, would that count?
No.
Ah, I mean, Celestial Brilliance, Holy Fire at the back.
He said it, not me.
I mean, if you had just done Sunbeam, Holy Fire, could you have just killed the back man and not
Maybe.
triggered the Angry Beam?
What's the fun in that?
Just saying, Mr. Efficiency over here. No! Lee!
I'm drawing it again.
That's true.
Doesn't matter what I discard when I just draw it back up.
That's true.
So tempting. Look, if I'm going to heal well, I need to get sight on things. I'm just saying.
It's true. Yeah, go for it. What's the worst gonna happen? Whatever.
I'm fine.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
he's like
see,
a
all
million
the
stacks to
Sanctify.
Sanctify.
Yeah.
Joe, on the other hand, I'm worried about. I'm a little worried about myself too. With my 3 stacks of vulnerable.
I'm just thinking, like, I can mind vision and then hit him with a big holy fire. Would it be enough to kill him? I could definitely kill the
Maybe.
bat guy, for sure.
If you want
almost
to try
want-
it, try it.
I almost want him to live so that we can get more healing. Ow.
God.
I can't get him.
No.
Alright. And then I'll restart the stream again. Yeah, and then all of a sudden it's fine. So I have no idea what the hell's wrong with it. I don't know what's causing it, and I don't know how to fix it.
Well, I think at this point you either drop the yellow holy fire on the front guy and then pass turn, or you pass turn. Because that's leaving the back guy alive is maximum healing, which is super needed at the moment.
Yeah, I'll just pass turn.
I mean, you could have dropped the blue one on the back guy so that he was gonna.
No, that
die.
would have killed him.
Was the blue one gonna kill him?
Yeah, it would have done over 800 damage.
Okay. I looked at the numbers wrong.
So yeah, now I'm really confused as to what causes the stream stuff to go. Because I watch my kilobytes per second go down to 0, but I don't know why. And it's not my internet because Discord was fine.
And I'm not playing that bluff.
It does mean more extra work for me again, which is really annoying.
I am alive. But why?
Combustion.
I do have combustions, and they would do a lot of damage.
Yeah.
I mean, 2
Do it.
combustions kills the front guy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's-
murder.
Yeah, and only the first one will laser, and we can survive 8 laser.
And then I could cold snap. I guess I could do that.
That's a little bit of fire.
Just a little bit.
Just a smidge.
Well, everyone's at full now.
You just got the missing streamer thing. Stream didn't actually stop. Well, hopefully that means that it's still in one piece, but we'll see. I did purposely put that in the hopes that that would fix that if it did happen, so... We'll see.
Can you cherry tap him for 40?
No. It's impossible.
Oh,
Hey, look, brilliant.
That's a corrupt devastate.
Go on.
I'll open the chest before I level up, just in case.
The answer is no. I don't think James is okay. That's a corrupt the one.
That is a corrupt the
Wow.
one.
And a laurel.
That is stupidly good. Jeez.
That corrupt the one is insane.
I mean, James, your fire ring is cool and all, but oh, but you being stealth is bad for me. So I
To
retract
be
my
fair,
previous
no,
statement.
it's every turn he gains stealth at the
Right.
start of his turn.
right.
Oh.
And then if I attack, I'll just do crazy damage with it.
Yeah, he
Alright.
will never be stealth at the end of his turn. He would literally have to play 0 cards.
And +2 energy regeneration. Oh, please.
And +2 speed.
To be fair, the Golden Laurel is also super tempting, because the Golden Laurel is one of my favorite cards in the game.
Yeah, Golden Laurel's insanely good.
But,
I'm actually surprised Joe didn't take it.
Nah.
admittedly, Joe's ring is still pretty... Oh, wait, it was the...
Mana
Fire
potion.
ray.
No,
Uh,
it's Golden Laurel is the accessory slot.
Yeah, but
So it would have been over your mana potion, which is
Good, let's go energy regeneration and just have all of the energy forever now.
All right, now we gotta go south path to upgraded Damone.
Yes, we found it after all these years. The 2. It's not the 1, it's the 2.
Sonic Equipment Shop. Ooh,
Yeah.
Ooh,
Oh.
ooh,
hexproof.
ooh.
oh no.
11 buffer. No, you know what? No. We put up so many stacks.
We shall
We can-
persevere.
We can burn through the corrupt
I-
hexproof.
I still wish I was going first, because if
Yeah.
I was, I could just purge all that buffer.
I mean, you're still going second, so
But it basically means that very specifically Joe is heavily gimped.
Yeah, wouldn't be the
It
first
is a little
time.
sad.
But Joe's also good at putting on so much stuff that he can just
yeah.
tank through it. Like, for example, a cold snapped blizzard would
Yeah.
just go through all of it.
It's true. Phew. 11 stacks, and Joe is just like, I care not for your stacks of buffer.
And just like that, it's done.
I will say, I don't understand why the numbers of buffer went differently for different characters there.
Because of the block.
Yeah.
Some of his
right,
debuffs
block.
are on hit.
Yeah. So look at that. Joe is just like,
well.
oh.
And he's like, hey, look, a Celestial Brilliance. You
Hey,
don't say.
to be fair, still getting rid of the mitigate and the fortify
Uh-huh.
is pretty good.
What are you ripping for? This ain't no rip. Look how bad we're smoking these fools.
That's admit it. It was one of those things where for a brief moment it's like, oh, hexproof is so bad, but then no, we put up so many stacks of things that all it did was slow us down a hair. And
Hey,
even
look.
then,
Yeah,
All of
they're
them are
all
dead.
dead.
they're all dead.
In just 2 players' turns.
Yeah, I didn't
they're
even take a
already
turn.
dead. It's insane how many stacks we put up with this.
Speaking of insane,
It's almost like all of the corrupt items is strong.
Please don't nerf.
got him.
It's so much fun.
Oh,
Oh.
get angry. Fall the Titans. Actually,
man.
last stand first.
Yeah. Because if I can get some, yes. Entrench. Guard. That'll put up enough fire that this Titanfall. Oh, still can't kill this man.
You can coat of arms and then Titanfall if you just want to hit one thing.
Oh, that just feels so sad. But it's fine.
Oh, it's
That's
still not quite enough.
Still not enough. I mean, they're whatever. Whatever. And again, as Scott
exactly,
pointed out,
buddy. Fun greater than balancing.
well, and especially considering,
Oh,
Well,
okay.
as
Twist
Scott
my
pointed out
arm.
earlier, once you hit Madness, it's like Madness 4, I think.
Oh, hey, a
is
corrupt
enough.
Crossfire
Oh.
ring.
Wow. Oh, there's a mana loop.
yeah, there's a mana loop. Oh, I wish I could take it.
So you said if you buy a third item over your corrupt thing, it uncorrupts it. What if you buy a corrupt thing over your corrupt thing?
It would just replace it, I guess.
Maybe it becomes super corrupt.
I'm not testing that. I have to clarify, I will not be testing that.
The mana loop is such a good card, but I mean, I am looking at that going, I've already got a corrupt the 1. That mana loop is actually not good for me.
Corrupt Demonic Tutor is so good. I agree. That's why I was like, yes, please.
What do we need this for? Why are we trying this?
Because it's easy.
And only just barely succeeded. All right.
I suppose I can upgrade the Citadel.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, I do actually have a couple cars to upgrade.
I have nothing to
do I-
upgrade. So
You know what? Let's go.
I could side grade some things, but not really worth it.
I'm gonna.
He's gonna. You heard him. You heard it here first. He's gonna.
If I can last stand into that Citadel, or if I can 10 mana a fusion laser into that Citadel. Let's try.
Oh, you did end up taking the Citadel?
Yeah.
Lovely.
Right at the end there. And it was just like, that's it. That was the Citadel. And I was like, you know what? Now that I've got the laser, we'll give it a shot.
All right, and then we'll just get a corrupt demon. And a
Oh no!
I was not expecting that.
Oh
I
my
know
god!
the Cloud song, but I don't.
No, you have to
No,
take
no.
I have
Asmodee.
to take
Yeah,
out
we're
Yeah.
we're here for you to corrupt Asmodee.
And
we're-
now Scott can corrupt the cloud song.
Oh.
that's
Every
disgusting.
turn, reduce the cost of a card by 4.
That is disgusting.
Not
That's-
until end of turn.
Yeah.
just another day at the office, I guess.
Good lord. Hey, Lee, do you want a corrupt sacred ceremony? Also, we
I
don't
do
want to
not.
do Winds of Amnesia. Oh, well, we'll probably kill everyone in one round anyway, but putting a tabula rasa in everyone's hand would be a little sad. That's right, Scott. Whatever happens here, you pick up the most expensive card. Doesn't matter what it is.
Sure, why not?
We just got some puffs. Hellmark everybody.
Oh, he's puffing.
I'm puffing and it makes me sad. This is so
evoke,
sad.
Evocate Blizzard.
Yeah, it sounds like what I do.
Jeez.
I mean, you can't be sad with that.
It's a free Holy
Oh,
Storm.
that's a little sad. I got none of my card draw.
But you got a free Holy Storm.
Yeah. It's alright, I guess. I guess I'll play my free Holy Storm to make my Sunbeam free. He's immune to Sanctify! Stop it!
Ha! You did not kill him!
Why are you happy about that?
Because I can kill him. He's dead.
Oh, look.
Let's see.
Who do you want to murder?
It's all about padding the numbers. And unfortunately, it's not great. Actually, that was pretty efficient.
That's
Yeah.
very good.
It's like, I'm still technically winning in damage, but not by much.
Pass the turns to the passive heals. There's a heal before the final boss, so
Yeah.
unnecessary.
Oh, I stand first.
Bash him.
If you double shield bash, you could shield charge Bolfier.
That is true. And you'll have a lot more armor to do so.
Yeah,
That's true.
exactly.
Bonk.
But you didn't entrench.
I know, I didn't.
Look, we are in grave danger here. Go on.
Spell Echo, Cold Snap, Winter Orb.
All necessary.
Yes.
Very necessary.
Well, I suppose the Spell Echo was.
Me.
All right, Scott. Whatever's the most expensive. Ooh, I'll take another pummel at the end here.
That's so bad. I was really hoping it would be like some kind of holy spell with Circle of Healing.
You could take the You could also take the Tabula Rasa.
Which is sad because if this was like me 6 months ago looking at this, I'd be like, "What's wrong with me? Circle of Healing. I love Circle of Healing.
Now you're like, healers are for nerds.
Healing is for stupid people that are stupid."
Dang. All right, let's
AL
get him.
3 HP. Justice for Bep.
Justice for Bep.
It's got to be Bep.
Bep.
I never thought I'd see an active war golem again, and dressed as like a dead skeleton conquistador. Well,
And now, this is actually kind of
Yeah.
advantageous. He summons the clones before all of us get our turns, so we can slow them down and do damage to them before they get to act.
It's almost like we're a little slow, guys.
yeah, but now they'll be slower than us, hopefully, maybe. Yes, Blizzard, excellent.
All that chill,
Blizzard, Cold
yeah,
Snap.
that'll do it.
You can't
Oh, but I
Blizzard
can't-
Cold Snap, but you can Blizzard. Yeah, Cold Spark first, for sure.
That
Yeah,
is a
it-
little sad. If you had one
it-
more energy
It's
somehow.
still super worth it, though.
Yeah.
Wait,
it
did
is.
you take the energy refund trait?
The one that triggers off of.
Oh,
6
no,
mana?
you took Glass Cannon.
Yeah.
Because with Elemental Weaver, you could have absolutely... It's tough for her, though, because 3 extra energy per turn or 60% more damage. It's like they're both strong.
And I've rarely been struggling for energy, so.
Stop being fast.
You could have stopped one word sooner. Just stop being.
It's sad that I won't be playing the corrupt one because it's higher cost. Just kind of went down the
Yeah, I was
line.
gonna say it was very fair.
Whereas that one, a
Less-
little less so.
Okay.
Time to expect some prophecies.
Oh, the prophecies, they were expected.
Oh, you didn't upgrade that meditate.
I didn't have an opportunity. I got it like the last second.
Oh, was that from the last fight there?
Yeah. Oh, I also have my demonic tutor, which means I can get my good thing. I don't think I need you yet.
The demonic tutor will reveal the rest of your deck.
And now you can do all the things.
Boosh.
I have a feeling that we're saving the pets today.
Get him, Bep.
Beep bop bep.
And it's a good thing because we have multiple upgraded pets.
Oh, that's a free Citadel.
Yep,
A free
Sure
Citadel.
is.
Oh, whoops! I was supposed to heat laser first. Whatever.
It doesn't matter. Do it.
Do it.
Actually, it's better to heat laser devastate, or no? I don't need the whirlwind, right?
Yeah, you don't need to
Yeah.
whirlwind.
In fact, guarding, doing a 3-point devastate into a shield charge might also. Oh, the shield charge only hits the front monster.
Yeah,
So
only
Yeah.
has the front monster.
So yeah, then just
So-
devastate
Devastate.
him as hard as it'll go.
I can help put up many stacks of things.
There's my
Um,
mana. And a spell
see.
show. Nope. Now, fingers crossed.
Well,
two hits is not bad.
yeah.
This is definitely a purely damaging or padding the numbers move because
Yeah.
every time it doesn't hit the boss, it's just like, well,
But I mean, it still hits him. And it's not like, what else is he going to do?
he could have
Yeah,
doubled the
pretty
elemental
much.
bolt.
No, I suppose that's true.
Yeah.
But he got 4 hits out of those.
Holy fire!
It's a little sad. Got both my fanaticisms when I didn't need them, but actually expected prophecy here, oddly enough, I think is the way to go because it lets me
More
draw
cards.
more things.
Yeah. That means
Yeah.
you can do more with those 2 fanaticisms.
Yeah, exactly. Doesn't matter what I put back because I can meditate.
Yeah.
Holy Crusader, double Holy Fire.
Yeah.
Well, will that kill?
I think so. Because I can
God.
also Holy Smite. He is essentially.
He is
He's
technically
essentially
dead.
dead.
The best
Good
kind
Lord.
of dead.
Now the question is, can we kill him before he gets turned? Well, never mind.
Uh,
You drew a holy fire, he's dead.
The
Yeah,
the
get him.
answer is yes.
Oh God!
I just woof.
Okay. The pets have been saved.
Yeah. That's important because we had corrupt pet.
Two
Multiple of
corrupt
them.
pets.
That's true. Wait. Yeah,
Wait.
that's true.
Oh yeah. Because Scott's
Yeah.
is. We
I got a
trained him.
corrupt flaming.
Are you forgetting about my poor Flamey?
Yeah.
I
Whose
never forget.
embers have been bouncing all this time.
I never forget what's his name.
So many mana gems.
I am
Yeah.
mannered.
Might as well.
You're well mannered.
Well,
Let's,
man,
let's not go that far. Well, you have
Okay.
some interesting options here.
Reverberation is gonna be -3. Yeah, 3. So that would go down to 4, and then one of them would go down to 1. It's 5, 6, 7, 8. If I don't play the Divine Grace, I can do, I think, everything else. So Divine Grace is just gonna sit there. Alright.
Purge them of their speed.
Uh, 2, 3. Let's do that.
Well, the ad has been taken care of.
Yeah.
Okay. Just. Um.
Could expect Prophecy and Hope, or you can get one of the guaranteed.
That is a good question. I'll go with Hope.
Oh, look at that! And then put Martyrdom back.
Put
as your
Martyrdom
draw.
back.
Oh,
who
yeah.
cares?
Yeah, well, I mean,
You're gonna
I'm
draw
draw
with Meditate,
I'll
but-
draw
Yeah.
anyway. But
Do we even need the martyrdoms, or is they gonna die too fast?
I think they're gonna die too fast.
I think
I
I do
agree.
one clairvoyance, mind vision, holy fire here.
Yeah. Whoa. Those holy fires.
It's not bad.
They all right.
Okay.
+6 energy. Let's go.
And the great thing is, we all get a turn again.
Yeah.
Like, we're not done with them.
Start pummeling this guy into the ground.
Yup. Burn stacks. I can help with burn stacks.
He is little bit on fire.
There's one combustion.
Oh, is
which I can
he?
spell like now.
Is he dead?
With
With a double combust?
combustion. I think with a double combust, he's
I was gonna say you should have elemental bolted first, but
It's fine.
elemental bolt. Oh.
It's fine.
Look, you could have had the kill. I'm just saying.
It's important that he did it that way, because now the kill is mine! Go, Flea!
No, the kill is Flammies. Trying to take his credit. He's well
He's my
trained.
man, I get the credit.
I don't think that's how that works. It was a
Oh, you
pretty,
pulled
it was a pretty
with
tight
that
race.
very last turn. Evelyn
I
took
just
the lead.
did.
I was in the lead by like 5,000 at the end of hand check, and then double combustion happened.
Hey guys, Nuzlocke needs a buff. Just saying. I did the most burn damage, and this was a burn build, so if you want to look at it that way, I won.
I did the most healing because I'm a healer.
I only barely blocked the most damage.
Only just. It's not because you played the less block, it's just things died too quickly.
Yes.
That was very silly. And yeah,
That's
next
cool.
time I don't think we even need a high number. Just do 4 Bernies and just.
Burning
Heiner
on
had
vacation.
Heiner had a Halloween skin.
Yeah, and
I mean, not-
in my opinion, the best one.
Yeah.
I mean, not much burn damage. But it was the burn stack that enabled the massive direct damage to holy
Yes.
fires and combustions.
Yeah. So
Or Bernie's.
so we actually managed to complete the run, which is nice. The stream
Yeah.
conked out a little
Just
bit.
a
I
little
will
bit.
do even more research and figure out what's going on with that. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm going to be streaming again in the morning. Hopefully this isn't terrible to put together. We'll see if it all stayed in one piece or not.
You know, and before you kill the stream, Lee, for the first time in a very long time, I see a time to grind is still streaming when we're ending. I think we could throw a raid his way.
Let's go find them here. Hold on.
I can do it from here if you need me to. I just had a hit button to hit.
You just hit a button and things happen?
Bam.
We're doing a
You
thing?
did it.
Yeah.
Oh, but I'm not like on the things to see what's happening.
Oh no.
Look.
I'm doing it anyway. It's going live. I haven't actually done a raid like ever, so.
All right, I'm over there. You can do it. Good
All
night.
right, sweet. Viewers are ready to raid. We don't have a raid message because we don't do this super often, but we'll get there eventually.
Just
Yeah.
throw out a boost.
Let's
Okay, die there.
do it.
Oh wait, there's another. Oh, white van. Oh god, it's the white van. What is this white van doing? What is this white van doing?
I don't know what the white van's doing.
Oh, and hey, Ultra C Games. Appreciate the
He's
raid. I
looking
don't
like
know
he's
why my
playing
notifications
spooky.
aren't working. Right now we're playing a really spooky game called Stay Out of the House. And I don't know. There's a white
Spoopy.
van that's been circling around here.
He's
And
trapped
so
in a
we're trying to,
convenience
figure it
store,
out.
and he's
But hope you guys
spooked by a van.
Appreciate the follow fluffles. Normally we play a bunch of roguelikes and indie games, but because it's October, we've been playing a bunch of horror games.
So we
can't
did
leave
it. The
this
run
store.
complete.
we did it. So
where
is
am I
it
at?
is our
Exactly.
run like done?
Okay, it's not in the refrigerator.
I think so, yeah.
I still don't know
If
how to.
it's not, Goodbye. I've never ended a raid, so I don't know how this is going to do for the VODs, but if it's still going, bye!